Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals squared off yesterday in a season finale in which Myles Garrett was chasing history. Late in the fourth quarter, Garrett got his 23rd sack of the season, the most ever in a season in NFL history, and the Browns went on to win 20-18. Cleveland will pick 6th and Cincinnati will pick 10th in the upcoming NFL draft. The Columbus Blue Jackets were on home ice yesterday afternoon versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. The CBJ had a 4-1 lead in the second period, but Pittsburgh came roaring back, tying the game at 4 with just over 13 seconds left in regulation. The Pens would go on to win 5-4 with the Sidney Crosby goal in overtime. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. This year, don't set a goal without a clear course to results. Drop weight your first week and every week with Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, go to hell. Tyvis, how are you?
You know, it's it's mixed emotions.
Oh?
Because so you know how I am one of those guys that pride myself in having just a bunch of jobs.
Yes, you are strangely happy with the fact that you have more
5.
jobs.
I try to keep one hand full. 5.
You can't the Booker T of jobs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I try to keep 5th.
5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Plead the 5th.
And then,
Show referenced multiple times in the first 90 seconds today. That's good.
well, we have hit the moment where officially I'm down to just 2, and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, you're not down.
Oh, man, you got to hang out with your family.
Because for those who have not kept track of all of Tyvis's various exploits, he is the pre- and post-game host for the Cleveland Browns radio network.
Yes.
And that season is now done, of course, as the Browns and the Bengals wrapped up things yesterday in Cincinnati. We will talk about that game. We will talk about Black Monday in the NFL. Lots of people getting fired today. Presumably, will Kevin Stefanski join that list? Seems like he will, but we haven't heard anything official yet, so we'll keep you posted. We'll keep our eyes to it and try to see what's going on as the show goes on. But yeah, a lot of I'm not as many jobs I think are going to open up as people thought in the NFL. If you believe, I saw Adam Schefter do a report yesterday on ESPN where he basically said this guy's safe, that guy's safe, this guy's safe, everybody's safe, leaning safe, not open, probably going to be safe. And one of those guys that he said, I believe, was Raheem Morris. So, well, whoops. Because he gone if you missed that overnight. Atlanta Falcons fired not only their head coach, but also their GM.
The first one to bite the dust.
Yeah, that's that was, and then he won.
Bites the dust.
Didn't they win 4 straight down the stretch?
Yes, they did.
Now, it didn't matter because they were eliminated from the playoffs back
It mattered to me.
Well, it didn't matter for his job security.
You are sick in the head.
But yes, Dylan is a legendary Baker Mayfield hater, and with the Falcons winning their game against the Saints, that eliminated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from the playoffs and gave it to the Carolina Panthers in a 3-way tiebreak that I'm sure no one is bored enough to care about. But either way, the Panthers are in, Buccaneers are out, and your guy Bake's done.
3rd place in the NFC South. People were saying he was the MVP of the league 3 months ago. Browns fans, man, I wish we had Baker. He could even win the worst division in the league. He finished in 3rd place in it. What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're doing New Year's resolutions later. I got one involving Baker.
Okay. Well, 6:45. We will do our 6:47, I should say. We'll do our New Year's resolutions. We'll have those for you. You can join us as well. You can tweet us those if you've got some New Year resolutions. I know a lot of you, this is like your first day back. This is also, I want to say, the last day that you can wish someone Happy New Year. Isn't that the Larry David rule? Have you ever heard that?
I thought it was the 3rd.
Is it the 3rd? I thought it was the 5th.
Well, my co-host Andy Baskins told me it was the 3rd.
Oh, I thought there's a Larry David thing. I thought it was the 5th. It's like his last day where you can wish someone. After that, it's done. But you know what? This might be your first day back to work, and maybe you haven't had a chance to maybe you're procrastinating. You just didn't get it all done. We're going to do our New Year's resolutions today, just so we have a chance to put that all on the record for everybody. We will talk about the history being made in Cincinnati with Myles Garrett as well. But I'm starting off here. Portal is locked and loaded. Transfer portal, man. I tell you what, this is the first year where we have had the new calendar, right? Where we had 2 transfer portals before for college football. You had the one that's kind of open now. Then you had the one that would open up after spring ball. Well, the coaches all said, we don't want that one. That's too tough. What if we tell a guy he's not going to start and then he wants to transfer? That would be bad for business. What we'd rather do is have everyone in the transfer portal right during the playoffs. That makes way more sense. So that's what we have. I am trying to keep that in mind as a Buckeye fan when I see all these names popping into the portal, because usually some of these guys would have, if this was last year, a lot of these guys would have said, I'll wait till spring ball, see where things shake out, and then maybe I'll jump in the portal. It would have at least been sprinkled out, spread out a little bit more. Instead, we're getting like a concentrated dose of transfer portal jammed into our veins, and it's a lot to take in right away.
Well, okay, so the way I look at it is I can't fault the kid for this, or excuse me, the young man for this, because it's one of those situations where, like, I don't know. Like, you at this point, you don't know who's staying, you don't know who's going. All you know is, was I a part of the rotation last year? Did they have me in their plans? And if the answer is no, like, it's hard to take a coach by his word, because they'll tell you anything to keep you around. Like,
absolutely.
Heck yeah, you're going to be in the rotation. Yeah, you're competing for this. But, like, if I just went a whole season where I didn't get in, like, or I didn't rotate, like, then, yeah, the writing's on the wall for me. So I see these guys starting to take off, and it's very interesting. It was a couple of the ones that's been in there, like, was kind of expected. It's only been 2 that was like, was kind of shocking.
Who were the 2 that shocked you?
Well, they both just so happened to wear number 5, Aaron Scott Jr. and Mylan Graham.
Yeah. Okay, those are the 2 that shocked me as well.
Only 2. Everybody else is kind of like, yeah, I seen that coming. But, obviously when Mylan Graham hopped in there, Cardell Tate had the tweet, and
Jeremiah Smith had a tweet. They all said they were heartbroken, essentially, that he was leaving.
But it makes sense, because if you look at what's the game that they didn't play, was it UCLA or was it Rutgers?
I feel like it was either. I think that was the UCLA game where I don't think he played until the second half, or maybe
Rutgers was the one that we expected him, because both Carnell and Jeremiah Smith.
But he didn't
out.
play, right?
Like, he did not play until the second half when the game was out of hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was okay. That was
started David Adolph instead.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like when you see something like that, and then I believe he was playing in the slot, and Brandon Ennis is coming back to, I believe. So
but that. Yeah.
I know how people feel about Brandon Ennis, but he is the star in the slot. Like, that's the thing. So it's like,
which is a whole other question we could debate at some time. Is like, is that the best usage of him? Like, because, I mean, to me, he seems like he would be a little bit better on the outside as like a smaller possession receiver. I feel like in the slot, you've got to be, I don't know, just more dynamic than he is. But whatever. We can have that discussion for another day. The point is this. Yeah, Mylan Graham, wide receiver, sophomore, redshirt sophomore, who, he was part of that 2024 recruiting class, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Aaron Scott Jr., corner,
was also a part
of that class. Did you see now that means with those 2 guys leaving, and James Peoples, another one from that class who left, Bryce West, another guy who left from that class in the secondary,
Marion Winton.
Oh yeah, that's another guy from that class. But those 4 guys I mentioned, Aaron Scott Jr., Mylan Graham, James Peoples, Bryce West, along with Air Nolan, who's been gone, right? He transferred out last year. Those 5 guys were 5 of the top 7 recruits from the 2024 class. And I feel like that's not necessarily an indictment of Ryan Day or the coaching staff or whatever. We can get into all that eventually. But here's what I will tell you. Here's what it's an indictment of to me. I don't want to hear anything about high school recruiting anymore.
No, I don't either.
Shut the F up about that. I don't give 2 bleeps about boom, boom, boom. Oh, stop with the booms. I'm done with the booms. Because if they boom and then they never play, who gives a crap? Like, what are we doing? All the time where it's like, this guy's 4-star guy committed 2 years early. Great. 1, he'll probably decommit and reopen his commitment. And 3, who was the guy we had last week? The 5-star #1 edge rusher who committed to Ohio State and then immediately was like, I'm taking all my official visits.
No, that's not fair. He tweeted out and said that he's 100% committed to the Buckeyes.
Great. When can he sign? December of next year. So that's a rocky road to even get there. And then he can't play.
The tweet specifically says, all these stories need to stop. I'm 100% committed to Ohio State.
Love that
That's
for
his
him.
tweet.
And then the coaches 2 years in don't play him, and he's like, you know what, never mind, I'm out. Like, I don't blame, like you said, I don't blame these players at all.
Not at all. Everybody's trying to get to the NFL.
Happened? Aaron Scott Jr., by the way, was a guy who played a ton on special teams
he was like
making plays and rotating in. To your point, he had a pathway to go be the starting nickel.
The reason he was the most shocking to me, because given the fact that IGB and Lorenzo Styles Jr. is gone, I know Jermaine. I don't know what Jermaine's situation is, if he's leaving or staying, but I would imagine he's staying if this happened.
You can kind of deduce by who has entered the portal as to maybe who isn't entering the portal.
Right.
One would think.
So with that being said, I thought about Jermaine and Devin Sanchez being the starting corners, because we've seen a lot of Devin Sanchez. So obviously it's only right to feel he would become the new starting guy. But when they go nickel, that to me is where Aaron Scott, because we've seen Jermaine slide down and play nickel, so he's got the ability to do that. If Aaron Scott is your next best guy, he would be the guy that come in. If Bryce West stayed and he was the new start nickel, that could be a thing. So it's interesting. Like, people are like, I'm not even about to roll the dice on that. I'm gone. And that, to me, a part of me don't like it, because it's like, where's the competitive nature? But I also understand it if you've been here for 2 years and you really haven't played.
Yeah. We'll have more talk about the transfer portal, because who the Buckeyes have gotten in so far, there's been a lot of departures. One of the big names we didn't even mention yet, but we'll talk about that and who they've gotten back in when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Monday. As many of us head into work and to school this morning, a live look here, 161 at 62 over by New Albany. Probably the slowest road that I'm noticing right here when it comes to this intersection, especially over by 161 eastbound Beach Road, looking at 26 miles per hour already when it comes to start your week out here. But hey, some much better news for our southbound drivers out here. For your drive time, 71 South, Frank Road at 270 will take you 2 minutes there. 270 South, Broad Street to 70, got you there at 6. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Get organized and save big money with Dakota Closets at Menards. Dakota Closets can be installed in any room, from home offices and laundry rooms to walk-in or reach-in closets. Use the You Create Closet Planner, available in-store or online, to design a Dakota closet system that maximizes your space and matches your style. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Winters can be brutal here in the Columbus area, and if you're cold in your home with the heat running constantly, it's probably your old, inefficient windows that are the problem. The good news is that Window Nation can help you get through this season because in the last 20 years, they've installed over 3 million energy-efficient windows nationally, and they're trusted by thousands of Columbus homeowners to keep their homes comfy and cozy year-round, while also saving them money on monthly utility bills. And right now, they're more affordable during the Window Nation Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. It's a great time to replace all the windows in your home. Plus, you could get your windows with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You'll be surprised by the dramatic difference new windows will make. Your home will be better protected against the weather, feel warm and dry, and you'll love the lower utility bills. The pros at Window Nation will guide you every step of the way. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Save big with Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 sale going on now. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com right now. Window Nation, a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week. But not OJ, because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures on the chilly side in the mid-20s. But then this afternoon, skies turn mostly sunny with daytime highs in the upper 40s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight and a little bit warmer with temperatures right around freezing. Chances of rain back into the forecast on Tuesday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Shout out to our guy Quentin in the YouTube chat. You can join him there. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Quentin said, we were talking about New Year's resolutions. We'll do ours coming up at 6:45. It's still... We're in the New Year's season. Some of you haven't been back since the New Year's time, so I thought we'd give everybody a chance, get some New Year's resolutions out this morning. We'll do that coming up in about half an hour. But Quentin said his New Year's resolution is to lose 100 pounds, and he's already lost 30. I don't think since New Year's Day. Otherwise, he might have had a limb amputated.
Yeah, this has been ongoing. I feel like he was down 20 a few months ago.
Good for him.
I can't remember what he said it is that he's doing differently. I think he said he's just working out now.
Let him whatever he's doing, keep doing it, Quentin. Unless it's cocaine. Then maybe I would say that's not sustainable.
Oh, that's the Michael Irvin right there. Playmaker.
Or just straight up starving yourself. Don't do that.
What does Michael Irvin got to be, like 55?
He's in great shape, ain't he?
Well, he lifts that shirt up, and I think that cocaine's a hell of a drug. Maybe I ought to invest. It might be time for me. I might need to check that out.
You want to do a little of that booger sugar?
I might see what's going on, yeah.
Don't do that booger.
He's 59.
Well, let
He's
him
turning
live.
60 March 5th.
And he is zooted from time to time. There's times where you're like, man, Dan Lanning's like, what's he using? I need to talk to him. Anyway, good for those guys. Let them live. They're all in the playoffs. Buckeyes aren't. Buckeyes have some players going in the portal. Tagra Shabola, one of them. Not a surprise, I think. But it is noteworthy that this is a starter from this team that a lot of people had problems with, myself included, saying wasn't good enough at that position. he's gone. Lincoln Kienholz entered the portal. Also not a surprise, given that he is not going to play quarterback here anytime in the near future because he lost the job this year. Julian Sainz coming back. You got Tavian St. Clair in the wings. So Lincoln Kienholz has already found a home. He's going to Louisville.
That's a good place for him.
Yeah. I saw they have a running back who was also thinking of, people thought he would hit the portal because he's a pretty good running back, and now he has just come out and said, nope, I'm staying. So maybe there's a little bit of a build there with Louisville. We'll find out with Jeff Brom and what that offense does now that Lincoln Kienholz is there. But you look around college football and you see Indiana. They just signed up the quarterback from TCU, Josh Hoover, who's got like a 65% career completion percentage. He's got a bunch of stats because he's been at TCU for a while. Played a lot of college football. He'll be now joining Kurt Cignetti next year after Fernando Mendoza takes his talents to the NFL, presumably, right? You have got now Nick Marsh, Michigan State stud wide receiver.
Beast.
And now he's going to go to Indiana.
That's a good place.
Here's what I don't want to hear from Buckeye fans, because if you go look at the portal additions for Ohio State,
we got a
long snapper and a tight end from Ohio. Yeah, blocking tight end.
You're not getting blocking tight ends from Ohio University.
14 personnel, baby, run it back. Why not? So good. I am of the belief that Ohio State will get more than that in the portal, but I don't blame you if you're a Buckeye fan. I'm more on this side of it. That's a little panicky about. Why no additions of note yet? Why not big-time names like Chaz Coleman, who appears like he's going to go to LSU. He's down there with Lane Kiffin hanging out in front of a Bentley.
In front of draped in LSU gear.
Yeah, that doesn't look great. So, but here's what I don't want to hear.
So defeated.
I don't want to hear this from Buckeye fans, right? I get that it's new. I get that we got a lot going on, but when you see Indiana making the moves they are, while they're still well in the playoffs, while their coaching staff knows how to put together a physical, tough, hard-nosed team that, oh my God, actually makes adjustments and makes different calls depending on what the game calls for and who they're going up against. Anyway, they can still find ways to get big-time guys to come and commit there despite being fully involved in the playoffs. It is a little jarring when you see that as a Buckeye fan. And then see this coaching staff so far not landing those guys. And when you start hearing rumors and reports coming out from some of the people who cover recruiting and who cover this transfer portal stuff saying, well, the Buckeyes were shocked by the amount of money that Chaz Coleman was getting from LSU. Shocked? How can you be shocked? He's one of the biggest names. He's one of the highest profile guys at an edge rusher position, which is very valuable. You can't be shocked by that. Come on. So that's not done. Maybe Chaz Coleman will come to Ohio State. If he doesn't, maybe someone else who's just as good will come to Ohio State, and maybe Chaz Coleman's overrated. I don't know. But I don't blame you for being panicked, is all I'm saying. If you're a little worried after seeing all that, you're right to if you're paying attention.
The way I look at it is this. If we're going to lose a lot of this talent, then we have to make sure that our moniker of developed here is official, like that really happens, because that means you're not going to have the 4 and 5 star guys. So you're actually going to have to develop these guys to be able to be, good enough to make things happen on Saturday. And if that's the case, you got to make sure that this coaching staff can do those things. You got to make sure that these guys can somehow, some way get the best out of these players. Because if these 5 stars and it's just different. You got to go about the season differently now. Like, there is no, we recruited you, you was a 5-star guy, but you know what? We're going to red shirt you. They not going for that. No. I need to know that I am going to play. So it's funny because now, obviously, you're seeing how they treated spring ball last year, where no matter if you was in the rotation or not, we rotating you in and giving you plays with the ones and all these things to make you think that you would be in the rotation. And then once that portal window closes, we get to camp, now we can be for real and whatever it is. Well, now during the season, you got to be mindful during the season. Like, you really got to evaluate these guys, like during the Ball States and, all of those Youngstown States and stuff like that. You got to truly see if these guys are able to play. And then they actually do have to play in some of these meaningful games to see if these guys can stick around. Because if you don't play them, they're going to be like, I'm not in the future, so I'm leaving. So it's
Well, and it's a balance, right?
It's a different day and age, man.
And look, they played a guy, Devin Sanchez, right, who is one of those like true freshman stud guys that people said could be like Jeremiah Smith on the other side of the ball. And what happened? There were a lot of times where we saw him out there and said, "Ooh, this doesn't look good." People were a little concerned about him. But the balance is you play him to at least show, hey, we are invested in you. We think you're going to be out here. And he hopefully learned a lot. Hopefully he'll be better next year. But yes, if you play the guys, then you're opening yourself up to criticism for like, why are you putting these guys out who aren't ready?
Yeah.
On the other side of that, if you don't play them, portal opens up and they leave. I'm not making excuses. Indiana has that same problem. And guess what they're doing? They're still in the playoffs, and they're landing guys left and right in the portal.
Or you better make sure, if that's the case, you better make it worth these kids' while. You better be able to crack that checkbook open. And
well, that's the biggest thing for me is I've heard that from some people saying, oh, Ohio State they're not willing to spend. What?
No, they've retained a lot of their
talking about.
This is the first year that the portal for Ohio State has been like this active. You know, they've done a great job these past couple of years retaining a lot of guys. I don't know if they're fed up and said we ain't doing that no more, or the kids is fed up. One of the two.
It could be that.
Well, to add to your guys' point, I mean, with the developed here thing, Ryan Day has come out and said that he doesn't want kids that are to come here just for money. And if he's saying that about high school seniors, it's hard for me to think that he's going to go after high-end transfer portal players, because that's literally what they're in the transfer portal for, is to chase money. So, Bone, I know you hate when I say this, but it's like you got to lower your expectations, because based off of what he said, it doesn't seem like they're going to go after high-end transfer portal guys.
Sorry. I understand now what you're saying. When you say lower your expectations around here, I just get so annoyed when people say, like, well, hey, guys, they can't win every year. No, Ohio State's one of the few places in college football, in sports, where you can say it's reasonable to think they're going to be a top 4 team every year.
Well,
like, they're reasonably in the championship hunt almost every year that I've been alive, since the Tressel era, at least. And even with the Cooper era, when I was alive for that, like, they had the talent. They just kept tripping over the rake that was known as the Michigan game more often than not. But
you can't.
I'm saying the majority of my lifetime, so that I get. But if you're saying
when it comes to the portal,
Ryan Day has said, I'm not going to go chase guys like that. I got to tell you, I don't really care what their motivation is. I don't care if they're here because they like playing for Ohio State, or if they like Ryan Day, or they go to Rock City and they think that's a fun place to hang out, or they get a bunch of money in the port. I don't care why they're here. I just hope when they get here, they effing play and they hit hard and they want to make people hurt when they line up on the line of scrimmage. That's all I care about. I don't care why their motivation is for this game.
First of all, shout out to Rock City, because you're hilarious.
Shout out to Travion Henderson.
You're hilarious for that.
Hey, you know, Fantoni, they come in and Fantoni, he's like, let's get the Uber right over Rock City. That's like in the pipeline. That's part of the recruiting.
Shout out to Rock City. I respect them, and I love what they're doing over there. Anyways, Dylan, your point makes no sense, because you say that they're not after these high-end guys in the transfer portal. That's literally how they won a championship. Will Howard and Quinshon Judkins, you think they was cheap?
No, but I think his point is Ryan Day has said, I want guys who want to be here, and the money is secondary.
Well, did he want guys that he just want to get knocked out in the first round of the second round of the playoffs? That's what that tells me.
Look, reminder, and I can't believe I'm the one saying this, because you know where I stand. It's 5 days into the portal, right? Or not even 3 days in. When did it start? Thursday or Friday?
The second.
Okay, yeah. So we're 3 days in, basically. I get that it's not all going to be done yet. I do believe in letting the artist paint the picture before we stand back and go, I don't know. Like, I'll let Ryan Day, or to use another example, cook the meal before I look at the raw meat and some of the seasoning and go, this doesn't look appetizing. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I want to hear more things than, well, we're not sure we want to go after this guy because they're not a culture fit. This guy might, if that guy is the best player available and he fits what you do, not fits the culture, fits what you do. If he's just here for money, I'm fine with it. Bring it on. By the way, a guy who is just in it for the money, a guy maybe Ryan Day wouldn't even want on his team for all I know. just set an NFL record yesterday in Myles Garrett. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a big heads up for our downtown drivers. We are talking about a new traffic pattern. So to access 71 southbound from 70 in that westbound direction, you're going to want to stay in that far right area in order to use a new ramp happening downtown. A big overhead one, sky high, that can get you again 71 southbound. Just make sure to go to the far right side to access it. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Breathe. You got this. You got it.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. This message is for everyone with a New Year's resolution. You can do it. This year is going to be your best one yet. Be the best because you are the best. You deserve it. Thank you for allowing us to serve you. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Fall is a season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leaf with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
I should double down on it. I was right.
I'll give you Quinshon Judkins, but they exiled Kyle McCord. It's not like they couldn't have brought in a quarterback.
Listen,
and the guys that were making money that year were Cam Ward and Riley Leonard, not to be confused with
Riley Reed.
Yes.
Dylan, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and it's as simple as this. Is one or two things. One of these is true. Either A, the players ain't buying into what they selling over at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center anymore, or B, Ohio State have become extremely cutthroat, because you can't tell me just 2 years ago, even last year, all of the way that they retained all of these guys and made sure these guys stuck around to this year where it's just guys just jumping in left and right. One of the two things is true.
Well, I said what I said based off of what Ryan Day has been saying, but I have many times called Ryan Day a liar on this show, so I'm fine with admitting that you're right.
Yeah, that's fair. I called him that over the the quarterback battle over the offseason.
Yes, every quarterback battle,
right? Every one of them is, and that's fine if he wants to do it that way. But yeah, I tend to think
so. Next year when he says Tavian St. Clair and Julian
don't believe a second of that. That's all Hot Take Tuesday stuff. That's for tomorrow, by the way. You can get your hot takes lined up. I'm sure we'll have plenty of those tomorrow. Hot Take Tuesday, every Tuesday, right here on T-Bone and Tyvis. So yesterday, Myles Garrett in Cincinnati. Was it third quarter? No, it's fourth quarter. There's only 5 minutes left in the game.
5 minutes and like 16 seconds.
That was when Myles Garrett broke through, got an excellent jump off. I saw some people saying he was offside. Go watch it again. Slow it down. Watch it frame by frame. He literally he timed the snap out perfectly.
He's always been good at that.
He is on that play specifically. He was about as good as I've ever seen him on that.
Joe Burrow took a dive.
Dude,
if I was Michael Strahan, I'd do what was it Tom Gastineau? What's his name?
Yeah,
whatever his name is.
Mark Gastineau.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing. I pull up on Joe Burrow at a trading card convention and tell him how you just gonna fall down like that, because and you know what the sick thing is, everybody, when he was mad at Brett Favre, Joe Burrow's is worse than Brett Favre because Brett Favre literally was going to get killed on that play. Yeah. Joe could have shaken Miles.
He was not going to get tackled.
And it could have been
play.
somebody else.
I see. So there's fun controversy there. There's also the controversy of, and you know what? I forgot to grab this audio, Dylan. Do you have it? The audio of Michael Strahan.
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right. This is Michael Strahan talking about after the game what happened with this sack record. Here is what he said about Myles Garrett.
I hold the record for 16-game season. They have records for 17-game season. That's the way it works out.
Still claiming the title.
You can't compare records from 12-game seasons to 16 and 17-game seasons. It doesn't work.
He's not wrong.
He's not.
He's not wrong at all.
All right. I mean, if we really want to do this, I saw the snap count. I'm trying to pull it back up here.
Oh, Miles did it in less snaps for sure. But
right. He did it in less snaps than TJ Watt or Michael Strahan did to get to 22.5. He did it in like 400-something snaps. Both those guys did it in over 500 snaps. So, like,
that's why
fewer plays on the field. Whatever the case you want to make here, it's still, I thought, a pretty impressive record, and I still think it's a pretty impressive thing that he did.
No, it is impressive for sure. And there's no asterisk or any of that. I know that the TJ Watt fans will say, oh, TJ did it in 15 games, and, if he would have played those last two and blah, 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 and all of that. But at the end of the day, his name is on the record. It doesn't matter whether you can asterisk or no asterisk. His name is on the record. He owns the record, and you can't do anything but respect the fact that he did that. But I wish he would have went past it by a lot. I wish he would have got like 24, 25 because the only controversial thing is the Josh Allen sack, the half a sack that they gave him. That's the only thing controversial about this whole entire thing.
I can agree with that. I do think the fact that I'm with you. I wanted him to get a sack that was like the guy's helmet almost pops off. He hits him so hard, right? I almost want him to get a penalty on the sack for okay, yes, but then you went too far. And then that would have been, all right, well, at least he got one like that. Joe Burrow kind of running into his own guy, air quotes, and falling down was such a bizarre. I mean, you could argue it's a live to play another day kind of thing.
I mean, definitely.
Why don't I just take this now and then we'll get back and make the play and hopefully it'll be better.
Aaron Rodgers would have never did this.
But yeah, I also feel like I can appreciate Myles Garrett's sack happening in the way that it did. Where how many games ago was it that he got to 22?
That was
the Bills game,
Bills
right?
Game, yeah.
So that was,
which is questionable.
Yes, but that was what, 3 games ago?
Yeah.
Okay. I can appreciate having a project almost done and then leaving the very last little bit until the last 5 minutes left in the season, and then you finally get it done where everyone thought he might have it done, before December we thought he might have it done because he had a 5-sack game and he had games where he had 3 sacks multiple times.
It's not shocking, though, because Myles, if you look at Myles' career, he always goes cold towards the end of the season when it comes to sacks.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is about him, but he always is not, he starts off the season on fire, and then as you get to close to the end of the season, like December and on, it kind of goes away.
What I hear you saying is Myles Garrett overrated.
No, I never said that.
I heard
never
that.
said that.
I heard the same thing. That's tomorrow. Hot Take Tuesday.
Did you know Myles had the wheels? Devin Bush had a pick 6. He walked Devin Bush down on this pick 6.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And then almost missed the block. I don't know what Devin Bush tried to tell him to block somebody.
He was begging him to block.
I don't know what he was looking at.
Hey, all I know is Myles Garrett got the record. I can appreciate getting it in a procrastinating fashion. And then, of course, now Bengals fans are always tied to that. Their logo is going to be on that highlight forever. So
Zach
enjoy that for
Zach
the Battle
Taylor's
of Ohio.
upset about them.
Yeah, do you have that audio? I didn't get any of this audio, Dylan. I'm sorry. I should have put it on my system.
Zach Taylor crying?
Yeah. Do you have this is what the Bengals head coach had to say afterwards.
There's 5 minutes left in our season. We're playing for our lives here. And I was never told that we're going to stop the game. And in a critical moment like that. And the refs just said that they made a decision that they were going to stop the game. And they said they tried to do it as quickly as possible. I didn't feel that. We didn't sub. We're trying to be on the ball and go and play with tempo. And the umpire just held the ball so that we couldn't do anything. And yelling at Joe, get on the ball.
We can cut it. It's just this.
First of all, he is
such a whiny baby.
This man is Cap. I got to call Cap. One, for 2 things. One, they didn't really stop the game. Myles literally ran off the field. So,
He was off
that's
the field.
y'all. That's one. 2, who runs tempo after getting sacked? Nobody. So he's lying. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody in the history has ever run, unless you're in a 2-minute situation, which is 5 minutes left in the game, and you was down by like, what, 5 points or something like that at the time? Like, stop it, bro. You wasn't running no tempo or none of that.
Jamar Chase was crying about this after the game, too, of like, I hope they do the same thing for me when I set some records. It's like, well, go ahead and do it. Like, go say.
It's only one way to find out.
He said, I hope they do this for me. He said, I hope they do this for me late in my career when I do something. And it's like, well, you could go do it now. Why not? Go out there and set records this year. Oh, wait, you can't. You didn't. That's fine. Myles Garrett did. Just how hard is it for these guys to just go, hey, you know what? Shout out to him. He did a good job. No, can't even do that. Can't even do that.
And
but
this was
it's a meaningless game.
I was going to say,
crying about.
This sack record was the only meaningful part of the game. So who cares?
No. They're playing for their lives. Didn't you hear that? They're playing for their lives, is what Zach Taylor said. Lives of what? What are they getting executed after they walk off the field?
They're all dead now. Then
They got this loss. Got them a top 10 pick.
Yeah. Kevin Stefanski, as of yet, not fired, but we will keep you updated if that's about to happen. Coming up next, we'll hit some New Year's resolutions when we come back. Sports and otherwise, you can drop yours in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. Well, we are noticing a really big crash happening right now just south of our city and really just south of Lockburn. That incident happening on 23. It's that northbound direction at State Route 762. All lanes completely blocked this morning. So just in case, folks, we do have multiple units on scene. If you're heading towards the city, especially taking State Route 104 instead to head towards the downtown area will be your best bet this Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner. And don't forget about our 10-year parts and labor warranty available now. Logan Services.
Hey folks, winter is here. The number one cost for everyone each month are those pesky heating bills that never stop increasing. It is time to take action and do something about it. Call USA Insulation today and get your home insulated with our premium foam for only $99 a month, interest-free. That's right, $99 a month. You can have a warm, cozy home that you and your family deserves. 529-2440, 529-2440, or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Do you hate holiday pictures because of your teeth?
What if a brand new smile was possible?
No matter what the current state of your mouth.
Welcome to Runyon Dental Group, home of the Implant and Smile Center,
where gorgeous, healthy smiles become a reality.
At Runyon, we've built a team of some of the most highly trained arch and implant doctors in the entire nation. This isn't an ordinary dental practice.
We believe that everyone can have a great smile,
including you, especially you. Your new smile is waiting at Runyon Dental Group.
Holiday shopping is fun, but those credit card balances aren't merry. Transfer them to a new Kemba Visa and enjoy 0% APR for 18 months on balances transferred in the first 90 days. Apply at Kemba.org and put more of your money toward debt, not interest. Offer ends March 31st, 2026. Restrictions apply. Variable rate product. Equal opportunity lender.
This holiday season, Germain Toyota of Columbus is unwrapping incredible savings on the toughest trucks around. Right now, drive home a 2025 or 2026 Toyota Tundra with an unbeatable 0% financing for up to 72 months. That's right. Power, performance, insurance, and 0%. And there's more holiday cheer. Every Tundra is sold at MSRP with 20% due at signing. No gimmicks, no surprises, just real value on one of America's favorite full-size trucks. So upgrade to a brand new Toyota Tundra. Holiday savings at your main Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
During our BOGO sale, select fresh Tyson chicken, Giant General Mills cereal, Entenmann's, and more are buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tyvis is doing his morning TV hit over on 10 TV. He will be joining us momentarily.
He's talking about Kevin Stefanski right now.
Well,
we're listening.
Go ahead and pipe him in. See if we can
really help Trevor Lawrence up his game on offense. But I can't deny the fact that if Josh Allen is this unbelievable quarterback, a lot of people peg him as top 3 in the league.
A lot of people
You
pegging
don't have Patrick Mahomes. You don't have Joe Burrow to go through this year. If you can't get it done now, I don't know if you ever can. So for me, this is a huge postseason for the Buffalo Bills.
He's exciting to watch. Before we let you leave, what's coming up on the Fan?
Well, obviously, the Jackets lost yesterday, so we're going to talk to Bob McElligott about that, unfortunately. And then we have Josh Perry, Columbus finest, coming on at 8:30 to talk some transfer portal and some CFP.
There you go. All right. See, he set up the show, so I don't even have to. That's great.
Way to go, Tyvis.
God, how about that Jackets loss, by the way? They had such goodwill after beating Buffalo, ending a 10-game winning streak that they had. Just dominated them at Nationwide yesterday. Got out to a big lead against Pittsburgh, 4-1. You're thinking, all right, this new, I don't know, Mason Marchman has infused this team with all kinds of confidence, and they looked different, we thought, maybe. Then they gave up 2 goals in the third period, but it's the one they gave up with 14 seconds to go in the game, up 4-3. Dylan, you were there. What did you told me before the show? Wasn't the goal in the third period they gave up, either one of them? What was the goal that you knew it was over?
The second one. When they went down 4-2 in the second period, I was like, here we go. They gave Pittsburgh.
They were up 4-1. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
They gave up the second goal to Pittsburgh.
4-2.
Yeah.
Late in the second period. I don't mean to jump the shark here, but the Blue Jackets are my first New Year's resolution.
All right. Well, you know what? Tyvis is back now. Good job. We heard you setting up the show. That was good. I heard that and pegging Josh Allen. Those are the 2 things I take away from your comments. And
You are out of line.
I took everything away from that I was supposed to, I believe.
You know, it's funny. As soon as I said that, I thought to myself, ooh, I'm really towing the line here.
All right, let's do some New Year's resolutions, all right? I'm going to give you one of mine. By the way, Quentin in the chat said he's trying to lose 100 pounds. Let him live.
He said he's a delivery guy, so he does a lot of activity of delivering, but he only eats twice a day.
Yes.
But he says he eats whatever he wants in those 2 meals.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's all right. That's
kind of like the OMAD, but it's T-MAD.
Yeah, that would be
T-O.
If I did 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, that would be called IMAD. Is what that I would just be angry at all times. All right. So Cassie in the chat also said that her resolution is to just write 2026 on things, which that's mine every year when we change, because I actually wrote 2016 the other day on something. So I know it's a 6. And I forgot it's 2026, so that's...
I wrote 2024 on our stream the other day. I don't know why.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what year it is.
All right, so here's one of my resolutions. Don't let the Browns make me angry. I'm gonna try to save my anger for things that actually matter and that are relevant, not the Browns at this point.
The Browns get you upset.
They have over the years, Tyvis. I don't know, famously, if you've ever heard, I am a Browns fan who occasionally does not like what they do. But this year... I'm not going to be surprised.
So when they come out and say we running it back with Stefanski,
I'm going to say, well, that's what an interesting suggestion that is.
We need to play better.
Right. Great.
We get to hear that for a whole other year.
When they take the 6th pick in the draft and package that with whatever crappy pick they now get from the Jags, because the Jags are in the playoffs, they'll package those to get
Gerard
picks
Cherry
in the future.
Said
That'll
it
be
best.
great.
You know what's going to happen? The Jaguars going to win the Super Bowl just so the Browns can have the 37.
That's exactly right. And then they'll
Duval.
Yeah, that's right. And then they will draft another interior defensive lineman, I think, with the 6th. Anyway, so I'm not going to get mad. That's my resolution, is to try not to let the Browns make me get so angry. What's one of yours, Tyvis?
To stop being fair, because life isn't fair. You know, a lot of the times you'll hear me say, to be fair.
To be fair.
And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Be fair.
So I need to stop being so fair.
Be unfair.
Yeah, I need to just
What's a practical application of that? Does that mean gloves off Tyvis a little bit more?
I think that I have to be a little more. Me being a guy that has so many jobs, I have to keep it kind of professional. This is the one, I got 2 jobs, the 2 that are active now.
Yeah.
I can actually be more laid back and really speak my mind and really dive into things. So I think I need to be a little more critical because I feel like I owe it to the fans to be more critical.
You know what? You are critical, but I like this. I'm
critical in a respectful manner, which I want to continue to be, but I just need to be...
You're going to dial it up.
Yeah.
You can be Skip Bayless.
I just need to say sometimes it's stuff that I want to say sometimes that I just don't. And I just need to let that go.
Let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have any new listeners, can we count your jobs real quick?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So we got this one, the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, Big Ten Tailgate Show, Browns pre and post game, and then the Coaches Show.
Oh yeah, you do on 10 TV.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. But those 3 of those are not happening right now because
are not active.
They're off seasons.
I'm down to 2. I got my weekend Saturday and Sunday, and I don't know what to do with myself.
You'll probably end up working here.
Actually, pick up. Why don't you just
if Fish is willing to pay me,
pick up a shift at Chipotle. You like Chipotle? I hear that sometimes they're not opening the doors early enough because they don't have enough staffed workers. They go over there and then kill 2 birds with one stone. You want to learn to cook? You're exploring cooking so that you could do more there. I think that's a great idea.
I was thinking that or the Tesla dealership, and then he could get his own instead of borrowing Cardales.
I just used Cardales yesterday.
I know you should. Dylan, what's one of your resolutions?
Let the Baker Bros live. I'm right. It's over. That's it.
Oh,
there's nothing to argue about anymore.
You're not going to argue with Baker Mayfield fans anymore?
There's what do they have? So what ground do they have to stand on anymore?
Well, they come back and say, it was in the rain. Well, they won that game anyway. It doesn't matter. They won the game, and then they lost the whole battle because of the Falcons winning yesterday.
If the Baker Bros / Cleveland Browns fan would rather have a quarterback that finishes 3rd place in the worst division in football, then you know what? That's on them.
Yeah.
I'm done trying to convince them. That's
good.
It's over.
By the way, we're going to stick to none of these resolutions probably past 30 days. I'm just pointing out that we are going to attempt.
You got to make sure that if I say to be fair, you stop me. You stop the show.
I'm going to work on that.
Right there. Don't let me finish the statement.
I'm gonna do that. I'm going to try my best.
If I say to be fair, stop me.
I have another resolution. I am resolving to ignore Kirk Herbstreit. He is a weirdo who loves his dogs more than he loves his children. Why am I giving him airspace? He's already got his platforms. I don't need to reiterate that. You know what this man says. You know exactly what he's going to say all the time on everything. So why do I repeat it? I'm going to ignore him for the peace of mind of me and the audience. But I don't need to rehash Kirk Herbstreit all the time. Again, 30 days. Maybe.
I was about to say, wait till the next playoff game. It's gonna be some kind of blowout, and you gonna be sitting. Well, I don't know. Who Ole Miss playing? Miami.
Oh.
Miami go out there and just completely wipe the floor with Ole Miss. He gonna make it seem like. Well, they lost their coach and all the circumstances.
Yeah, that's right. Look at me, I'm getting pre-mad.
Just crazy.
I'm getting pre-mad at things Kirk Herbstreit hasn't even said yet. Okay, I gotta do better. What's another one of your resolutions?
I'm really going to lose 25 pounds this year. And how I'm going to do it is every day I'm going to do some form of abs and some form of cardio. Because I really realize, like, it's really in my stomach. That's it. Like, everywhere else looks about what it's always been.
But you don't like the gut, so you got to lose 25 pounds off. You don't have a gut, but
I have a gut.
Okay.
Like, when I go use the bathroom, like, my stomach is hanging over. Yeah.
What's that like? I've never experienced that. I don't know what that's like. I've never had that problem.
I almost can't see it.
Again, never had that problem. Don't know what you're talking about. Dylan, one for you if you got another one there.
Do not let the Columbus Blue Jackets affect my mood anymore, because if anything, they're consistent. Like yesterday, they choke against the Penguins with all the stupid Penguin fans at Nationwide Arena. They blow third period leads. Like, this is stuff that they show us.
Yes.
So why am I getting upset about it when they do it over and over again? It's to be expected. Why am I getting mad?
Yeah, that's fair. My other resolution I have very quickly is this year I'm going to try, just in general. When it's life? Just at life. I think it's like the last couple of years just being like, whatever, none of this matters. I'm going to try this year. Damn it. I'm going to get up off the couch and try a little bit. Okay, once or twice a week. I'm aiming for like 2 times a week trying. Just anything. I'm going to do that. All right. I got a coach who actually needs to do some New Year's resolutions. One in specific. I will tell you about it when we come back. He almost went to jail over the weekend, this coach. It was so bad. Talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. Well, we are noticing a really big crash happening right now just south of our city and really just south of Lockburn. That incident happening on 23. It's that northbound direction at State Route 762. All lanes completely blocked this morning. So just in case, folks, we do have multiple units on scene. If you're heading towards the city, especially taking State Route 104 instead to head towards the downtown area will be your best bet this Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted Best Credit Union for the past 8 years in a row. With personalized service and excellent products, BMI FCU is ready to help with all your banking needs. Visit bmifcu.org to open an account today.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. It changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals squared off yesterday in a season finale in which Myles Garrett was chasing history. Late in the fourth quarter, Garrett got his 23rd sack of the year, the most ever in a season in NFL history, and the Browns went on to win 20-18. Cleveland will pick 6th and Cincinnati will pick 10th in the upcoming NFL draft. The Columbus Blue Jackets were on home ice yesterday. They were playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the CBJ had a 4-1 lead in the second period, but Pittsburgh came roaring back, tying the game at 4 with just over 13 seconds left in regulation. The Pens would go on to win 5-4 with the Sidney Crosby goal in overtime. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. If you're heading back to work for the first time in what seems like months, sorry, and hope you have a good day, because I know that's rough, man. Coming back when you've been off for a long period of time. Tyvis knows nothing about that.
I sure don't. My wife and kids. Well, my kids don't have school today. Tomorrow they do.
Tomorrow's our D-Day for us with the kids.
But my wife, I've been telling her. I said, listen, you've been sleeping in. You've been staying up till midnight, 1 in the morning. You in trouble.
Oh, I know. It hits rough.
Me, on the other hand, it was nothing to me. I got right out of bed.
You're saying Tyvis can't relate when Tyvis's first job was one where he got 6 months off a year? It's called an off season.
That's fair. You're exactly right.
I think he can relate very much so.
Do you know how my off seasons consisted when I was playing?
What did you do?
I wake up at 6 in the morning and go work out at 7 a.m.
And then what'd you do?
And then I take a break. I take a break to eat lunch and stuff. Right after lunch
But how long would you work out? If you said go to work out at 7 a.m.
About an hour and a half.
Okay, so
you get done about 8:30.
Work for an hour and a half and then take a break.
And then take a break until after lunch.
So about 12:01.
Okay, so that's a 4 or 5 hour break.
Then I will go do drills.
Okay. How long would those last?
That would last about an hour and a half to 2 hours on the field.
Okay.
And then chill.
3 hours of work and a lot of breaks.
That's right.
Wow.
Guess where I'm at today? Fast forward to today. Guess what I got? 3 hours of work and a lot of breaks.
I'm just saying, like, I saw that. I think it was, who posted it? I think it might have been Joshua. Joshua Perry posted a video of.
Never heard of him.
Your guy, Taylor Decker. Used to play for you guys with the with
TD.
you guys with
What
Buckeyes.
about TD?
Well, because they had a video of him talking about, all the stuff he went through this year to play, and it might be his last year. He may retire.
TD
after the season.
retire?
Well, they didn't say that for sure. They just said, like, he was very emotional after the season, talking about all the things he did. He was like, yeah, I would get up and have to go and get the acupuncture. I would do that.
Yeah.
And then I would have to go get stretched, and they would do all these stretches for me. And then they would have to, like, do the stim. What was the
stim?
The stim stuff where you get your muscles stimulated and you play and do stuff like that.
Stim machine.
He said he would lay blue box. He said he would lay in a red infrared light bed for a while. He would get in a hyperbaric chamber.
This is because he was hurt, correct?
Yes. Yeah, all the injuries that he's had over the years.
That's why when I watch, like, certain people get hurt in the game, like Luke Whippler yesterday get hurt for the Browns, and it's a knee, he just messed up his entire offseason because now you got to rehab, and that's the worst.
I'm sure.
You got to rehab in the offseason.
And all I could think about was, like, Taylor Decker. That's why they pay you millions of dollars. Is still, like, I mean, again, I understand that for the average NFL player, that is a lot of extra work that you're not accustomed to. For, like, a normal human being who also has pain, it's like, oh, you mean I get all this treatment all the time and you pay me millions of dollars to get healthy?
Yeah, but it derails you.
I know.
What
I'm
if
just saying.
If you want to go on vacation, like, you can't because you got to be close to the facility.
Yeah, like Patrick Mahomes, he's not going to be able to be a groomsman, and Travis Kelce.
I mean, unless you work it out with the team, and you like, I'm gonna go home and do my rehab here. If that's not the case, you ain't leaving. Everybody going to Cancun. You sticking around.
Yeah, see, that's right. Dylan, like all the jobs you had when all your buddies go off to Cancun for like a week and a half, and you're just like, sorry, guys, I can't.
That's where Jamar Chase is going.
I have to go lift some more weights. I don't know.
I asked Jamar Chase what he was doing. He said he going to Cancun like everybody suggests.
I do love Jamar Chase's pettiness. As much as I don't like it when it comes towards Myles Garrett, I do like it in some ways.
You like that he spits in people's faces?
No, not that part. No, the part yesterday where he's like, I guess I should go to Cancun. So imagine him actually going and just going to like a 5-star resort there and living it up and being like, hey, this is where y'all wanted me, so here I am.
I think he Carlito from WWE.
Oh, yeah.
You know who Carlito is?
Yeah, he spits in the face of people that don't want to be cool.
That's right.
Puerto Rican, just like your boy. I agree with Tyvis. So Tyvis last week said something about some guys don't deserve to go to Cancun. They should go to Galveston.
That's right.
I think if you finish with a losing record, you have to go to Galveston.
I don't care.
The playoff teams get to go to Cancun.
I don't care where you go on vacation, honestly. Honestly, if it was me, if I was a fan of the Bengals, I'd be like, I don't care where you go. Just get out of my face. I'm sick of seeing you for a while. That's how I feel about the Browns.
They really do go to Cancun.
I mean, it's a great spot. You ever been?
You know I die. Listen.
I don't know where you've been.
The only places I have desire of being is Columbus and Cleveland. That's it.
That's sad.
You just went to Miami 6 months ago.
That's so sad. Like, the Grand Canyon's awesome. You should check it out. It's cool. I'm not saying you have to live there.
You know, it's a cool
just
site.
visit it.
You know, it's a cool site. The Steel Yard at Cleveland.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The flats. Yeah. Yeah.
Go look at the Steel Yard. See that man-made stuff that keeps our country moving.
Yeah, the river that they lit on fire.
I'm going to Cleveland on vacation.
That's right.
He's out of his mind.
Tyvis is.
Joe Kim Noah's out of his mind.
All right. I tease this. I got to pay it off. Although I do want to just spend all this time talking about Tyvis's love for Cleveland beaches and how he thinks it's like a real beach. But
Edgewater.
That's another day for another time. Micah Shrewsbury, he's the head coach of Notre Dame, and they had an interesting game on Friday night. So they lose to Cal 72-71. This is an ACC matchup, which is such a weird thing to say. Notre Dame and Cal seems like 2 non-conference teams playing each other. Nope, that's an ACC game in college basketball. Anyway, Cal, it's right. It is. They're ACC. This is the ACC in college basketball. It is.
You had to point that out.
I'm just making the case. It's very bizarre. Anyway, so Notre Dame is up. Micah Shrewsbury coaches Notre Dame. They're up 3 with 9 seconds to go. They attempt to foul. I don't even know if they meant to foul, but one of their players fouls a guy who's dribbling near the top of the key, and he instantly fires up a shot.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
It goes in.
That's what he said after he shot it. Tracy Ellis Ross.
Is that it?
And,
sure.
He called it 3 Trace.
Trey. Oh, I see.
Tracy.
Gotcha. Trey. Yeah. I got. See, there you go. Perfect.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so he hits this guy for Notre Dame, or for Cal rather, hits the 3. The referee calls the foul has happened. The shot is good and 1. So a chance for a 4-point play in a 3-point game. That would give Cal the chance to take the lead. Notre Dame coaches lose their minds. So like, that wasn't, you can't call continuation because it's not the NBA. They don't have that rule in college. So then the referees huddle up and go, never mind. It's not an and 1. It's 3 free throws for this guy.
Which is the correct call, in my personal opinion.
Or it's not even 3 free throws. It's just a foul because they would say he's not in the act of shooting. So it's not even 3 free throws.
Yes.
So still not a chance for them to win the game. Then they conference again in the middle of all this. There's no replay. They come back and say, never mind. The 3 is good and 1, and so Notre Dame coaches lose their mind again.
You don't know how funny this is because it goes from the Cal coach screaming and yelling at the refs.
The Cal coach, by the way, is former Laker Mark Madsen, the Mad Dog himself.
He's sitting there going off.
Yeah, so he's losing his. It just alternated which coaching staff was yelling, right? So then the guy hits. They end up giving him the extra free throw, give him the 3 that he shot and made. So now he hits the free throw to put Cal up 72-71, 9 seconds to go. Notre Dame comes back down the court, calls timeout. They run a play. They get the shot off. It doesn't go in. As soon as it hits off the rim and the buzzer sounds, Micah Shrewsbury runs towards the referee, and I'm not saying like jogs over. I'm saying Tasmanian devil sprinting and arms flailing, kicking, spitting, screaming. Everything is coming out of this man. And he had 4 or 5 players and coaches who had to restrain him because he's like a little bowling ball, this guy.
Yes,
he's not a slight framed person. And if he got to that referee, I shudder to think what would have happened.
Shout out to his assistant coaches who recognized what was about to happen.
Oh, they saved that referee from at least a trip to the hospital and Micah Shrewsbury from going to jail. Because it would have been, if you haven't seen this video, we'll tweet it out at Bone and Tyvis 971. I'll do it in the break. I'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll post it so you can go check it out if you have not seen this. It is jarring to see how feisty this guy was.
He about slipped and fell. He took off so hard.
Now, this ass beating the official would have gotten would have been justified.
Oh, yes, I think it would, like, from the standpoint of this was an egregious call and they never should have done it and they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
What's the referee that went down for the cheating in the NBA?
Tim Donaghy.
There we go. He got something on it.
I mean,
he knew what the spread. What's the spread?
People are saying you got to ask some questions.
He took Cal on the money line.
Actually, you know what? If you want to get rid of gambling in sports, just let coaches go beat the ass of these refs when they screw up. That might actually curtail it. I don't know. Either way, go watch the video. It is insane. We'll come back. Jackets lost yesterday in, I was going to say stunning fashion. In fashion we've become accustomed to. We will talk with the voice of the Blue Jackets, Bob McElligott, when we get back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. Well, we are noticing a really big crash happening right now just south of our city and really just south of Lockburn. That incident happening on 23. It's that northbound direction at State Route 762. All lanes completely blocked this morning. So just in case, folks, we do have multiple units on scene. If you're heading towards the city, especially taking State Route 104 instead to head towards the downtown area will be your best bet this Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And the women's hormone test, normally $299, is only $99 now. And the weight loss consultation is free. You can walk in or book an appointment now at getmyhealthfix.com. So if you've been suffering from the symptoms of low testosterone, such as constant tiredness, lack of focus, or just feeling off, at Synergenics and Low T Center, you can meet with a real provider. You get real medication, and you get real results. Plus, you can choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple, quick, free TRT test at the center. The on-site lab means you get results in about 20 minutes. No waiting for days like other places. For a limited time, the women's hormone test only $99, and the men's test is free. Go to getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters, while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
You can count on Meijer to help make your New Year's resolutions a good deal better. This week, enjoy healthy savings on essentials like Meijer Wellness Vitamins. Now buy one, get one free. Select fitness nutrition products or buy one, get one 50% off. Fresh from Meijer chicken breast small packs or buy two, get one free. And mandarin oranges are only $3.99 for a 3-pound bag. Shop Meijer and bring more good to your wellness journey with huge savings and selection. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
If your garage door repair guy literally said cha-ching when he saw your garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, a trusted Columbus staple. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. One of the great annoyances in life, at least for me, is the check engine light, right? You get in your car, you see the check engine light, and you go, I got to take care of that. I don't know what it is. So you let it sit there forever. It bugs you, and eventually a bigger problem happens. Well, every day in your house, your check engine light might be on, but it's not your engine. It's your windows, because you sit down on your couch, you feel the cold, drafty air coming in through your windows, and you go, I got to do something about these windows. But just like the check engine light, I'm afraid of how much it's going to cost, and I don't know where to go. I can't help you with your check engine light, but I can help you with your windows. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is going on now. Stop wasting money by letting the warm air in your house escape through your cold, drafty windows. You're spending more on your heating bills when you don't have to. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is the perfect time to address this problem. Plus, 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That could be yours as well. Schedule an estimate today. WindowNation.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures on the chilly side in the mid-20s. But then this afternoon, skies turn mostly sunny with daytime highs in the upper 40s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight and a little bit warmer with temperatures right around freezing. Chances of rain back into the forecast on Tuesday. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
1, 2, 3. Football season is weird because we actually look forward to Mondays. It's Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You'll look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Every Monday this year time, we talk to our guy, the voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He is Bob McElligott. Bob, let's put it this way. We could start off by saying the Jackets split 2 games at home over the weekend, and that would hardly tell the story of the difference in those 2 games. But what's your takeaway from this weekend of Jackets hockey?
Well, Saturday was great. And
right.
And then yesterday, I saw a game. Like, I joke about this all the time, and it's, I swear to God, not funny anymore. It is the same game every time you play the Pittsburgh Penguins. Get a lead, have the lead evaporate, and have Sidney Crosby somehow figure into Pittsburgh winning the game. I have seen it so many times. It is maddening, absolutely maddening. But it just happens over and over. Look, the difference between the 2 games is in one game the Blue Jackets got a lead, kept playing the same way the entire way through the game, and easily won it. The story yesterday was not the same. They changed. They got up by 3. They changed. I felt like they played the entire third period like it was a 20-minute penalty kill. That was not going to work, and it didn't work. And they gave it away and gave a free point away yesterday.
So, Bob, when you say they changed, why did they not change back? Why go through the rest of the game with the change? If somebody makes an adjustment, and the adjustment isn't working, why not revert back?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just, I felt from I'll tell you where I really felt that it changed. I felt that it changed late in the second period, although they got the lead in the second period, and then they were outplayed the rest of the period. But they turned the puck over late in the period, and Pittsburgh gets the second goal. And listen, I'm not a genius, but I said, there you go. You just gave them life. The last thing you needed to do is give them life. And then Voronkov takes a penalty in the third period. I've seen this happen at least 3 times in the last month or so. He takes the penalty. I'm not trying to single him out. I mean, it could be anybody, but it's happened 3 times where he's done it, and they've given up a power play goal on that penalty. And, Tyvis, I really don't know. I felt like it was one of those days they were trying to play not to lose instead of win. I don't know why, just the day before being fresh in your mind, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. They didn't play aggressively enough when they had the lead, and it cost them the lead.
Bob McElligott joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So at what point do you think it becomes mental for this Blue Jackets team, or have we already reached that point? I was kind of starting to think they'd turned the corner there. And like you said, Pittsburgh is weird. It seems like that game goes the same way all the time, but they played well for the most part last week. And then to end this kind of little homestand you have before the West Coast trip with that kind of loss, like, does that kind of undo all the positive work they just did to maybe tell themselves we aren't that team anymore?
I don't know. That's going to be that's a question that's answered over the next couple of games. But I really think that personally, just watching the way they were, I thought that when they acquired Mason Marchment right before Christmas, and he came in, and I look back to the game against Los Angeles, that last game before Christmas, I felt like they had a lead in that game. They had a 2-1, was it, and then a 3-1 in the third period. I thought a guy like that coming in, he's not gone through this month or month and a half of blowing leads in the third period. He was just out there playing hockey, and I thought that was a really good example to the rest of them to remind them that don't change what you're doing, just do it. It's not a big deal. And that lasted for a bit. I mean, yesterday to me happened because it was the Penguins, and it was the same doggone game. And when you talk about mental stuff, and I'm not speaking for the guys because I'm not playing, but there are so many guys that are playing that you've seen it happen again and again and again. Now, why do you let it happen like that? That's a totally different question. It's basically Tyvis's question a minute ago. I don't know, but I thought they were turning the corner as well, but apparently haven't turned the corner when it's come to the Pittsburgh Penguins in particular.
Well, with them having this 4-game road trip coming up, is this like a do or die moment for the season to you? Like if they go out there and just completely drop all 4, is it like would that be the nail in the coffin for you?
I don't know if it's a nail, but I mean, look where you are. You look where you are in the standings, and you're sitting at the bottom in the East. And even though you can look at those standings and say, yeah, but you're only, X amount of points away from a playoff spot. Well, that is true too, but you have now all these other teams that you have to climb over to get there. So you have to go on a run a sustained run. And so yeah, I mean, you can't go out and really blow this trip, but that's not going to help you get to where you want to be for sure. And again, I know it's only early January, so I don't know if it puts a nail in it, but it probably comes close the way that the standings are right now. And if you fall behind, teams are going to start falling behind, and then it's really going to be hard to catch up. So this is a really important trip.
Bob McElligott, voice of your Blue Jackets, joining us here on The Fan. I've been trying to formulate this thought. It's been kind of percolating around, and you kind of hit on it earlier, so I'll bring it up here. Like, on the one hand, bringing in Mason Marchment has seemed to work. Yesterday notwithstanding, like, by and large, it seems like his addition to this team seems to have changed it in a positive way. Glass half full version of that is like, look, the Jackets are pretty close. They added a guy, and it's instantly changed the roster. Everybody's playing better, that kind of thing. The other part, the way I look at that is Mason Marchment is viewed, at least was in Seattle, as being just a guy this year. Last couple of years, he was with Dallas, pretty good player there. But they didn't go out and saying to make the splashiest signing in the history of the NHL, and it instantly kind of changed the way the guys play. Is that a testament to, man, if you went out and really spent an offseason just bringing in dudes, maybe you could change the fortunes a lot quicker than doing it by, brick by brick?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think this team is at a point where I think development is over for a lot of these young guys. And when I'm talking about development, there's no more minor leagues. There's no Kent Johnson going to Cleveland kind of thing. Like, you're here now. You've developed. You're in the National Hockey League. What kind of player are you going to be? So, yeah, I think that's where you make your changes, is from the outside. Now, that all sounds great to say, boy, if you just go in the summer and you sign this guy and you trade to get this guy and this guy. We saw this past summer where Don wanted to make a trade. He wanted to get that player, be it Mason Marchment or, a player of that caliber in the summertime, and wasn't able to get that done because nobody was parting with players. So that's the other thing. It sounds easy to say, but sometimes it's very hard to do. And this past year was a good example of that. But does the roster need fine-tuned? Yeah, it does need fine-tuned. And that's what, Don did it with that trade in particular. And does it need fine-tuned in other areas? Yeah, it does. And, it's a matter of whether or not you can do it on the fly or, what people are willing to give up. And now with the standings the way they are, not many people are willing to give up much of anything. So it's a little bit of a tough go when it comes to that.
4-game swing out west. It starts tomorrow in San Jose against the Sharks. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on The Fan, starting at bright and early at 9:30 p.m. Bob, we appreciate the time. We'll talk again next week, all right? Try to get some rest after all that.
I can't believe you didn't ask me how I have a voice after screaming at my TV during the Steelers game last night.
Well, I thought, maybe we could get into that, next week when they're in the playoffs.
You know what I thought?
Temporarily.
I thought, oh, my God, I'm going to see this twice in a day.
Both involving teams from Pittsburgh, just not the...
Both involving teams from Pittsburgh. But both times I'm going to watch a game where there's one team I want to win that's going to blow this thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then, thankfully, the wind must have blown across that goalpost. Well,
so, the good news for you is that Justin Tucker is he likes extracurricular activities.
Allegedly.
Right.
So that
caused him not to be there.
Right. So they had a rookie kicker, and see, there you go. Steelers are in the playoffs. That's just how they drew it up. just how they had it all planned out.
Next week because that'll be before they're playing Monday night. So,
oh, right.
I don't know that it's going to last beyond next week, but we can still talk about it.
All right, well, we can a full breakdown. And, of course, we'll talk Jackets as well. Bob, have a safe trip out west, okay?
All right, boys, thanks.
There you go. Bob McElligott joining us. So, yeah, I mean, it's hopefully the Jackets can change things up on this road trip. If they go out and get, 3 out of 4 or something crazy like that, then
we cooking. We're greased.
But, all right. I mean,
stop.
Sharks,
just
Knights,
with the optimism.
Abs,
What
Mammoth.
is with you?
I'm done with it.
Wait a minute.
I'm with Dylan.
What was his resolution about the Jackets?
Just stop.
No, but wasn't your resolution that you're not going to
let them affect my mood?
Okay, you just did.
No, I didn't. I'm just telling you to stop.
Okay, all right.
Peddling optimism to the people.
I'm not peddling optimism at all. Again, who are you talking to? All right. You want optimism? I got it. Coming up in 2 minutes. Who's getting fired today in the NFL? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. Well, we are noticing a really big crash happening right now just south of our city and really just south of Lockburn. That incident happening on 23. It's that northbound direction at State Route 762. All lanes completely blocked this morning. So just in case, folks, we do have multiple units on scene. If you're heading towards the city, especially taking State Route 104 instead to head towards the downtown area will be your best bet this Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
An encyclopedic knowledge of sports and other random things you may or may not care about.
I think I found my mentor.
Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Happy Monday to you. Happy back to the grind for some of you. Some of you have been grinding either way. Thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it. Can we say Happy New Year, or are we too late for that?
It's over.
Okay. Just go to hell. How about that? Can't say Happy New Year to you. Just go to hell. Hope your year sucks. No, just kidding.
Happy Black Monday.
Yeah, today's the day everybody's getting fired in the NFL, allegedly. Although, I'm surprised it's 7:30 in the a.m. We have not yet.
It's only 3 jobs open.
We have not yet heard any new firings from what we knew overnight.
Tennessee, Giants, Falcons.
2 of those are already open. The Falcons' job opened up last night. Raheem Morris was fired.
We expect the Raiders and we expect the Ravens, correct?
Well, that's interesting. So definitely the Raiders. Pete Carroll is probably done. That seems... Like, I've already seen speculation about who Tom Brady would like to bring in, because, of course, don't forget, Tom Brady is an owner of that team.
Bill Belichick.
Man, that would be funny.
Boy, the comedy, the jokes would write themselves on that one. That would be
funny.
That would, oh, my God, I would love that. Just seeing the 2 of them and then Jordan Hudson as the third wheel in the owner's box as the 2 of them try to, like, hash out their 20-year relationship. And then Jordan Hudson's like, I wasn't even alive for most of this. Like, it would just be really funny.
I think we should just stop hiring 70-year-olds for head coaching jobs and presidents, but that's just me, you know?
70? That would be young for the presidents anyway. We've been hiring 80-year-olds. What are you talking about? All right. So you mentioned John Harbaugh.
Wait a minute. He was that old? I
think he was 78. I think. This most recent time. I think he's 78 or 79.
Well, yeah, he's currently 83. So
what? Who?
Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah, him. Yes. And then the one that's there now, I think, is also pushing 80. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I thought we were talking about Belichick still. I wasn't sure how old
is 79.
Okay, there you go. So John Harbaugh, I don't know, man. They lost last night, although they got them. It's weird to say the Ravens lost that game. They did. Their kicker missed a field goal at the end, but the Steelers tried to lose that game and couldn't because the Ravens tried harder to lose. So I don't know that means John Harbaugh should be done. I tend to think the way that goes with either the Steelers or the Ravens after the season, because I don't know that Mike Tomlin is fully out of the woods yet on that. But I think for both those organizations, if they're going to fire a coach, I'd be surprised if John Harbaugh isn't given the opportunity to off-ramp this and say, we mutually agreed to part ways. I want to go pursue other things.
You can't fire me, I quit.
No, not like that. More like, hey, you've done a lot for this organization. You won a Super Bowl. How do you want to do this? We are not retaining you, but let's have a meeting about it and let's figure out a way to do this delicately. And if John Harbaugh says you have to fire me, then they probably would be my guess. I think it's time for them to move on from him. But I could see the Ravens and the Steelers, if they choose to move on from Mike Tomlin, which I'm not saying is likely. But if they did, then I would see both those organizations saying, we'll agree to mutually part ways. We'll have some press conference. We'll do a big goodbye. Everybody can have that moment where they say, this is the end of this era. And then they would start moving forward. But I think that's more likely for John Harbaugh than Mike Tomlin. But what about you?
Would John Harbaugh get hired right away?
I don't, if he wants to, but I don't know that he does. You know, I do think
he can go work for his brother.
I was going to say he'd go be a special teams coordinator for his brother.
How weird would that be? Hey, I beat you in the Super Bowl and now I work for you. Maybe that's the dream. But I just wonder if family members would want to do that. Like me and my brother, we love each other. I don't know if we'd want to work together for very long. You know what I mean?
I want to work with my brother.
Yeah.
I think never work with my brother.
It's I'm just saying. I think people put that together sometimes, but it's like, but in functionality, that kind of ruins the family dynamic because now you're working and it's a very cutthroat business.
But you're never supposed to hire your family.
Someone should tell all of the NFL and college football that because literally half these rosters, it's like, oh, who's that guy's last name? Oh, the same as this other guy. I mean, one of the best coaches in the NFL is named Shanahan.
Well, I mean, right? They also trying to, I'm sure their family is.
Well, yes, but a lot of them got their starts working for those coaches.
It's about the paycheck.
That's true.
I think John Harbaugh has lost almost all control in Baltimore. Mike Tomlin, not so much in Pittsburgh. That's why I said before this game, like we were talking about, like, should the loser have to get fired? Definitely more likely now because Harbaugh has the whole thing with Lamar Jackson. He has the whole stupid ping pong table video game thing from earlier this year.
Lamar took that out.
Allegedly, supposedly.
Sure.
That's what he said it.
Like, I don't. What's the point of keeping John Harbaugh at this point? Just because he's been there for a while, he won a Super Bowl, 15 years ago?
You know who you sound like?
Who?
Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Well, not after last night. Did you see all the Steelers goobers in the stands? Like, like going crazy after they miss. They miss. The Ravens missed the field goal, and they all act like they won the Super Bowl. For this organization,
ask Jen what she feels about Mike Tomlin.
I think she wants him gone. But I saw
even after last night.
I saw TLC, Cole Bartimus.
What did he say?
I saw him. He was saying, like, am I starting to get excited about the Steelers again? Because he's been one of those guys, too, that's kind of like, what good does it do if we're just 9-8 all the time or 10-7 and you get to the playoffs and you're not fully there?
No matter what they may say, you want to see your team in it rather than not.
Well, of course you do. And you know what? Today, coming up Rothman and Ice, I'm guessing everybody is there. I haven't looked at the schedule, but if they are, obviously, you have Matty Ice, Baltimore Ravens fan, and you have TLC, their producer, noted Steelers fan. So I'm sure those two will have a lot to say to each other. Rothman, of course, will be there as well with his Bears just sitting there.
No, he's a Minnesota guy.
Oh, yeah, right. He's from Chicago, but he's a Minnesota guy. Why did I think he's a Bears guy? That's right.
By the way, he's
JJ, number 9.
Did you see?
He got knocked out
McCarthy?
the game.
No, but did you see before that? He trucked a dude so hard on the sideline, and then he started jawing to him. He got a taunting penalty.
Good.
So we're going to have Black Monday where all the coaches of the crappy teams get fired.
Are we? I mean, are we sure they're all getting fired? Because, I mean, I hear a lot of Browns fans suddenly be like, don't fire Kevin Stefanski.
Let me rephrase that.
There's a lot of calls last night.
Only the crappy teams are going to fire coaches.
Okay.
What do you guys think about Sean McDermott's job security in Buffalo?
You think that's one? What about Matt LaFleur? He has no contract for this season.
Is he a lame duck coach
I don't think they.
Does he have one more year?
I don't.
2026
I can't remember what it is. I think either 26 is his last year or this is his last.
Sean McDermott has been failing to meet expectations for longer than LaFleur, though.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I would move on from Matt LaFleur. I love Matt LaFleur.
I definitely think the Sean McDermott thing will, if the Bills get bounced with all the things we've talked about this year, where you've got all the new money in the playoffs. Right. You've got all these teams, the Jags and the Broncos and the Patriots, all full of like young talent, and certainly not that they're bad teams or anything, but the Bills have been trying to get over the hump against the Chiefs. Chiefs aren't even there.
I would say
so. If you don't do it this year, I think that would absolutely be a time for Sean McDermott.
The most pressure in the playoffs by any coach player is Josh Allen. It has to be.
Well, those two, right?
This
Josh
is by
Allen and Sean
far
McDermott,
the most pressure that he'll ever have because of what you just said. There is no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Joe Burrow. You're supposed to be the third, second. Some people may even have you the first best quarterback in the league. This you should run through this because if this was Patrick Mahomes, he'd be cooking with grease. If this was Joe Burrow, you'd be kicking with grease. So, hello, come on now.
But at the same time, should they really be expected to run through anything? They're going to have to play 3 road games just to make the Super Bowl.
Joe Flacco did it.
Okay.
Is Josh Allen better than Joe Flacco?
I mean, in that case, everyone should be winning road games and going to the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
I just wonder.
You saying it like it's impossible. I know somebody who's never been considered a top 3 quarterback in the league that did it.
Will Sean McDermott reissue?
He might have one of the greatest Super Bowl runs in history.
And he got paid after.
Will Sean McDermott bring back his 9/11 hijackers motivational speech that we all forget about? Do you remember that, Tyvis?
I don't forget about it.
You don't remember this?
No, I don't.
He's
Sean McDermott
one time was talking to the Bills and he said 9/11 was a great example of people coming together, including the hijackers working together to orchestrate their plan. And then
Sean McDermott said
yes, and then he had to apologize for it because he was like, I shouldn't have said that. I actually lost a close friend in 9/11. It's like, well, what possessed you to make this analogy?
You know, this is one of those things where everything that comes to mind
hijackers as a group of
said
people.
Out loud.
No, you cannot say that. The hijackers is a group of people who are able to get on the same page and orchestrate attacks to perfection. Sean McDermott.
He's out of his Wee.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Well, hopefully that's not going to make.
By the way, Joe Flacco beat the Colts, the Broncos, and Patriots to go win against the 49ers.
Well, we know the Broncos. That was the one that he threw the terrible should have been intercepted pass, right? And the Broncos whiffed on it.
All I'm saying is he beat the Colts, the Broncos, and Patriots all on the road.
He had Anquan Bolden too.
To go
fantastic.
To win on that team using deer pee to nurse himself back to life.
No. It was antler spray.
That's not
the velvet antler spray.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Overachiever of the week coming up next. T1 and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. So the roads are still looking really busy, especially if you're a commuter on our south side. Let's talk about that. We have a couple of crashes we're noticing. The first one's going to be happening on 23. It's that northbound direction at State Route 762. 1 lane blocked, but not liking these drive times here, 4 miles per hour. So noticing some major delays. But here's the thing, not too far away, yet another crash. This one happening by that intersection. Once again, 23, but really on State Route 762, that westbound direction. Expect some lane closures out there, folks. If you can, take State Route 104 to get to where you want to go this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
This weekend, the Ohio RV and Boat Show, brought to you in part by Tell Ohio Credit Union, is back and bigger than ever at the Ohio Expo Center. Whether it's your first adventure or you're a seasoned outdoor enthusiast, this show has it all. One ticket gets you into all three buildings so you can see the latest in RVs, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, golf carts, and more. From towables to drivers, jet skis to pontoons, and more. It's all here. The Ohio RV and Boat Show at the Ohio Expo Center, January 9th through 18th. Get details and tickets at OhioRVandBoatShow.com.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
During our BOGO sale, select fresh Tyson chicken, Giant General Mills cereal, Entenmann's, and more are buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, and player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
It's time to get organized this new year with Menards. Update your closet system and add style today with Closet Culture. Choose from 2 closet finishes and 4 colors of shelf boards to create a functional yet stylish closet solution that matches your home decor. Check out all our Closet Culture closet kits or view our weekly flyer on Menards.com to see all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
This holiday season, Germain Toyota of Columbus is unwrapping incredible savings on the toughest trucks around. Right now, drive home a 2025 or 2026 Toyota Tundra with an unbeatable 0% financing for up to 72 months. That's right, power, performance, and 0%. And there's more holiday cheer. Every Tundra is sold at MSRP with 20% due at signing. No gimmicks, no surprises, just real value on one of America's favorite full-size trucks. So upgrade to a brand new Toyota Tundra. Holiday savings at Germain Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to find a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Bishop and Friends.
I have to acknowledge that I definitely had a mullet in middle school. Full stop. Had one. Had it. It was in.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Well, anybody that's out there waiting on D-Day, I want you to know, 37 minutes ago, just reported, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam has arrived at the Browns headquarters in Berea.
Okay.
So you got to make some calls to call some people in the office.
Here's my guess. My guess is he arrived. What'd you say? That would put us at about 10 after 7. He arrived to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is there was either a 7:30 or an 8 o'clock on his calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of a meeting. And I don't know if that meeting is with Kevin Stefanski. I don't know who the meeting's with. But what I'm guessing is there's some meeting this morning with either him or Andrew Berry or both of them.
Well,
and probably we're going to get an announcement.
AB is safe. And a lot of people are scratching their head on how that could be the case.
I am one of them.
And I'm one of them as well.
I mean, when you trade away, that was the whole thing. Like, I saw there was a tweet yesterday about, the Broncos, they had Russell Wilson. Remember the terrible deal they signed him to?
Yeah.
And they were in purgatory for a couple of years with salary cap.
And yet, here they are.
Made the playoffs last year. This year, they are sitting right at the top of the heap. The Broncos look like they've gone through it with flying colors. And I said, yeah, meanwhile, the Browns are like, well, in 2028, maybe we can be good again. And it's like, I got a bunch of responses saying they didn't have the draft picks that the Broncos had to get out of that situation. It's not the same. And it's again,
the Broncos didn't they trade 2 firsts for Russell?
They did.
Okay. Yes. But also they used picks that they had to help them, get out of that situation when they couldn't go out and sign players. If you're saying, well, the Browns didn't have any draft picks, my question would be, why not? Answer, it's because they traded them all away to get Deshaun Watson, who was terrible.
Traded 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a 5th.
Yeah. And you know what the Broncos can do that the Browns can't do that got them out of that situation?
What's that?
They hired a competent head coach and drafted a quarterback in the first round that's doing good things for them.
Well, go figure. It's almost like you don't, in the NFL, have to make excuses when your team sucks. You can just go out and try to fix your situation. Or you can be the Browns and sit around and go, nope. Andrew Berry made this deal. He decided to do all this. He put us in this situation, but damn it, we're going to let him fight his way out of this paper bag and try to make it better for us. Okay, great. So he's apparently safe. We'll find out about Kevin Stefanski.
You're fired.
Could be. Noises from Berea. If we hear anything, we'll let you know as soon as we do.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
All right, so this one I think is kind of a season-long situation. I'm not giving it to him for just this weekend, but Seahawks beat the Niners. They are the Seahawks, 14-3. And I'm not going to give it to their head coach. I'm not going to give it to anybody else on this team other than their quarterback, Sam Darnold. Why? If you watch the game, he was fine. 20-26 for about 200 yards, no interceptions. Over the season, he's had like 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns. Fine. Good numbers for a 17-game season. However, it's the fact that he did this exact same thing last year with the Vikings when no one thought he was anything anymore, right? We all had moved on from Sam Darnold for the most part. I believe the Panthers had him and Baker Mayfield on the roster at the same time at one point, for whatever that's worth. I'm just saying, this guy was on the scrap heap 2 years ago. Now he's gone to 2 different teams and led both of them to the playoffs and very high seeds as their starting quarterback. Is it all because of him? No. But certainly a good amount of it has to be attributed to the fact that a guy we all thought was done is actually a pretty damn good quarterback. So Sam Darnold is my overachiever this week.
I thought when he saw ghosts on that Monday Night Football game against the Patriots that we were never going to hear from Sam Darnold again after that.
Sure. Lots of people were right to think that. You were one of them. I agree with you. I never thought we'd see this from Sam Darnold. But what he's done over the last 2 years, shocking. Unexpected, to say the least.
Shout out to him. Yeah, let him live.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Denver Broncos, and particularly I'm going with Sean Payton, because as much as we talk about the disaster of a trade, they have done an amazing job of making sure that team's got. And the craziest thing about Denver is it's not just one guy. It's not like Bo Nix is Josh Allen or something like that. It's not like, R.J. Harvey is Bijan Robinson. Like, they don't have this unbelievable talent on their team, but yet nobody can be 14-3. Like, that to me is amazing. Sean Payton has done a wonderful job, obviously taking a year off from the Saints and then coming over here and being a great offensive mind, just putting guys in position to make plays. And again, it's just a bunch of guys who's, I would say, it's average. They're just average NFL players, and yet here they are, 14-3. So that's just great coaching.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I have doubted the Broncos. You have doubted the Broncos, and yet maybe they're worth doubting when it gets to the playoffs.
There's only one really elite player on their roster, and that's Pat Surtain.
Yeah, right. And that's, exactly right. Broncos, great job. Didn't expect it, but here they are. Dylan, who's your overachiever this week?
My overachiever is Liam Cohen, head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. People wanted to make fun of him in his press conference.
Duval.
Yeah. saying he was a geek or a nerd or whatever. Has Trevor Lawrence looking good, 13-4. And you know what? I think he should win Coach of the Year, and we should also add that he's making Trevor Lawrence look good this year. He made that bum Baker Mayfield look good for 2 seasons in Tampa. Everyone said he could go to hell. We're not letting him hire any coaches off the staff. Goodbye. No. Liam Cohen is sticking it to Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield.
I thought you just said you were going to let the Baker Bros live, and you weren't going to get all fired up about Baker Mayfield in your New Year's resolutions that we did earlier on this very show.
1 hour.
Yeah, if that.
That's terrible.
There you go.
Couldn't help myself.
That's terrible.
What do you think of our New Year's resolutions is the one that's going to last the longest? Because I think you're going to lose weight. You're going to stop doing To Be Fair. You're going to be unfair this year. What was the other one you had? Was there one other one?
I don't think we ever got
those
to
are the two.
third.
Oh, those are the two. Well, was there another one that we didn't get to?
A 30 share.
Sure, buddy. You and me both. Great. I love it. Let's put it up there. Why not? Yeah, mine was that I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to stop. I'm going to ignore Kirk Herbstreit, which is probably not going to happen. Give it till like this weekend when the college football playoffs happen again. I'll probably break that. Oh, and I'm not going to let the Browns. I'm not going to get angry at the Browns.
Well, you can't get angry. Their season's over.
Well, just
until they
don't worry. I'll find
someone with the 6th pick he doesn't like, or they trade down again.
Watch the Browns come out today and say, like, actually, we've decided that both guys are staying, but we're flipping them. So Andrew Berry's going to be the head coach, and Kevin Stefanski, we're kicking him upstairs. He'll be the new GM of the team. Then, again, I would have to try not to be mad about that.
I don't think any of these resolutions are going to last.
No,
Tyvis is going to say, to be fair tomorrow and gain weight.
Hey, I said I'm going to try. That's a very vague one where all I have to do is try. So I think I can hold that for at least a few weeks. Tom Brady may be hurting both the Buckeyes and the Browns. I'll explain how next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, for those that live in our southeast corner, pay attention here. We are noticing a disabled vehicle 33 eastbound just passing State Route 104 or Refugee Road. A right shoulder is currently blocked. And for those that live or are heading towards Worthington, note a water main break we are still closely monitoring is happening on High Street. It is closed in both directions, folks, at Larimer Avenue, which is also pretty restricted there. We do know, according to city officials, that Columbus Water is making some repairs right now, but the road will be closed for quite some time. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Truck drivers, no matter where you want to take your career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Looking for more reliability on the road? Check out our new dedicated and regional van truckload opportunities. Don't miss out. Find your perfect driving job today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale with same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we We embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
Get Eco. Hey, Aaron, you know how it seems like everything just moves faster nowadays?
You mean like technology and all those crazy inventions?
Well, our furnace repair buyback program means you can slow down and take your time deciding what to do. Get Eco. We act fast so you can plan slowly.
You're right, Jerry. If your furnace fails in the dead of winter, call us. We'll be right there to fix it the day you call.
Boom. We're there. It's fixed. Get Eco. But our repair buyback means you still have time to think it over in the warmth and comfort of your toasty warm home.
And if you decide you'd rather replace that old clunker, instead of fixing it every year, we'll credit the money you spent on repairs against the purchase of a brand new furnace, up to $1,500.
We act fast so you can plan slowly.
How long have you been working on that line?
Good poetry takes time, Aaron. Get Eco. GetEco.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Winters can be brutal here in the Columbus area, and if you're cold in your home with the heat running constantly, it's probably your old, inefficient windows that are the problem. The good news is that Window Nation can help you get through this season because in the last 20 years, they've installed over 3 million energy-efficient windows nationally, and they're trusted by thousands of Columbus homeowners to keep their homes comfy and cozy year-round, while also saving them money on monthly utility bills. And right now, they're more affordable during the Window Nation Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. It's a great time to replace all the windows in your home. Plus, you could get your windows with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You'll be surprised by the dramatic difference new windows will make. Your home will be better protected against the weather, feel warm and dry, and you'll love the lower utility bills. The pros at Window Nation will guide you every step of the way. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Save big with Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 sale going on now. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com right now. Window Nation, a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot height. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals squared off yesterday in a season finale in which Myles Garrett was chasing history. Late in the fourth quarter, Garrett got his 23rd sack of the year, the most ever in a season in NFL history, and the Browns went on to win 20-18. Cleveland will pick 6th, and Cincinnati will pick 10th in the upcoming NFL draft. The Columbus Blue Jackets were on home ice yesterday afternoon versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. The CBJ had a 4-1 lead in the second period, but Pittsburgh came back to tie the game at 4 with just over 13 seconds left in regulation. The Pens would go on to win 5-4 with a Sidney Crosby goal in overtime. The Cleveland Cavaliers were also at home last night. They lost to the Detroit Pistons 114-110. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net.
Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Are the Browns firing Kevin Stefanski? Probably. Have they done it yet? No. As soon as we get the update for you, though, we'll let you know. We'll have it for you, either on this show or one of our other fine shows. All day today, we're going to be covering the NFL, reactions to what happened yesterday, playoff seeding, all that stuff, draft position, and, of course, who's getting fired because it is Black Monday in the NFL. Usually quite a few jobs open. Will the Browns be one of them? We'll let you know when we find out.
Maybe
but we think it.
Maybe he won't get fired.
Maybe not. You know what? Maybe he did enough to save his job. And if that's the case, I saw that yesterday where he was like, it's not about me. It's about the team.
Yep.
All right.
With all due respect, Kevin, do you think you're going to be the head coach here? With all due respect, Tony, you know I'm not answering that question.
That was a good interaction those two had. I liked it.
Ah, man.
All right, so I said Tom Brady could be hurting both the Buckeyes and the Browns. How is that possible? Well, I saw a rumor posted by Mike Florio over at Pro Football Talk. I believe this was his post. I'm thinking, yeah, it was. Okay. He says that there are rumors around the NFL that what Tom Brady wants to do with the Raiders is he wants to put his stamp on the organization, make some hires. Okay. Now, Pete Carroll's the head coach there, your former coach.
My guy.
Does feel like that experiment will be a one and done, right? It did not go well this year. They were atrocious.
You know, I was talking to Sherm about this, and I was like, do you think he getting fired? And Sherm told me that he doesn't think that he's going to get fired because they're already paying too much money, like, out to coaches. They're like, obviously they fired Chip, and they already gave him $6 million. And he was just like, yeah, I just think it's just too much money to be going out to coaches, to pay these coaches that's not going to be there. So,
well, Richard Sherman obviously covers the NFL, and he's got connections too.
He whatever. Him and I went on he talked to me for a whole hour and a half to plead his case about DBs over the years. You know, there's a riff between Revis and Sherm. So,
oh yes, of course,
we were talking about that.
Good.
Tyvis, who's the better corner all time?
It depends on what you're looking at.
Oh, wow.
Depends on what you're looking at. Because Sherm's whole thing, I would say we talked for an hour and a half. I would say 50 minutes of the hour and a half conversation was him talking about why Revis ain't who people think he is. And it was hilarious.
I mean, nobody ever went to.
It was hilarious.
For what it's worth, I don't recall there ever being a Sherman Island.
I agree. That's what I said the same thing.
Or a Richard Island.
I said the same thing.
Also, or a short for Richard would be another way to say that. Short for
Kevin Stefanski has arrived in Berea.
Oh,
He's
man.
expected to meet with the Haslams this morning.
Of course he is. He's probably getting canned. All right, wait, let me get back on track because I almost went on to Richard Island and then that turned into one of the anyway. So back to how Tom Brady could be screwing over both the Browns and the Buckeyes. Let's presume that the Browns are firing their head coach, Kevin Stefanski. Let's presume the Raiders are firing their head coach, Pete Carroll. One of the names that supposedly Tom Brady would be interested in bringing in to be the head coach would be Brian Flores. Currently,
that'd be a great hire.
Coordinating defense up in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Brian Flores has connections back to the Patriots when Tom Brady would have been there. So that's a name that I think you and I both would like to see Cleveland hire.
Absolutely.
Love to have a defensive-minded coach. I know Jim Schwartz is there. People are like, you can't lose Jim Schwartz. It's like, well, you could if you got Brian Flores. Or maybe Jim Schwartz would want to stay. I don't know. But either way, I'd be fine with bringing Brian Flores in and giving him a shot at head coach.
Absolutely.
Well, if the Raiders end up making a call, I'm sure he would have to listen, right? He would be very interested in that possibility. So
could it be a better opportunity? You know, the whole thing with him in Miami was he didn't want Tua. He didn't think Tua was a good player. And come find out, Tua isn't a good player. Right. So actually he was right.
Well, and
he had the beef with they wanted him to lose.
Stephen Ross, the owner.
And he like, I'm not about to sit here and tank. Like, I don't do that.
But he accused them of openly tanking and that he was told to tank, which
and
of course
was right.
the Dolphins denied, but then that's partially why he sued the league, was because he said he got fired when he was told to tank and said, I'm not going to do that. And then other, allegations of racism, things like that, which are, I think in my mind, I don't see how you could see it any other way, but that's another discussion for another time. Either way, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Cleveland as a head coach, but the Raiders might be involved in that. What are you eating?
Oh, I'm a little ill. Ill. Did it crunch that loud?
You crunched it into the microphone. You couldn't have crunched it any better.
Sorry.
I like that you called it a haul, also, not a halls. A singular haul.
I've also, people just say a cough drop.
Whatever, yeah, okay.
Never heard someone...
that's like Kleenex. It's a brand name. So anyway, That's how he could be screwing over the Browns, is by taking Brian Flores off the market. The other way he could screw the Buckeyes is because supposedly the guy he wants to be the offensive coordinator, Tom Brady, in Las Vegas would be Brian Daboll. Who?
Oh, you want the Buckeyes to get?
I would love to see. The last time we hired a guy with NFL experience as a play caller and or head coach who also had some vast experience calling plays as an offensive guy, Chip Kelly, worked out pretty well. Offense looked pretty good, and they won a national championship. So I'm just saying.
Cue the one music. What's it? What do we call it?
X-Files?
No.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, the conspiracy theory.
That's the same thing. It's the X-Files music. Yeah. I would love to see Brian Daboll here.
That's what I'll say. What if the reason that we see this mass exit in the portal is because Ryan Day has told them he's going to the NFL.
Oh.
You know, that was my take last Tuesday.
I didn't see. I wasn't. See, that's a hot take, buddy.
You like
for
that?
sure.
You like that?
I wasn't here last Tuesday for that hot take, but that was a hot take for sure. Now, I will say,
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case.
But Ryan Day needs to hire a play caller who is not someone who is like an underling. You don't need to promote from within. You don't need to go hire guys who have maybe been mediocre elsewhere and say, yeah, I'll raise them up. No, you need a guy who can push and challenge this offensive coaching staff. You need a guy who probably would like to be a head coach somewhere. I think Ryan Day should embrace the Nick Saban model and go out and find guys like he did with Matt Patricia, like he did with Chip Kelly, where he says these are guys who probably want to go do bigger and better things, but come on to Ohio State and coach this offense up or this defense up for a couple years. And then by the time you're ready to go do something else, I'll have another guy in the pipeline who's ready to be redeemed. And that's the way I would do it if I were him. But yeah, if that rumor's true that the Raiders are going to move on and that Brian Daboll would be an offensive coordinator,
he was going to get Matt Patricia.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a theoretical thing he could do too, right? Hell, I mean, I don't think most people would be signing up for this, but Tom Brady probably has some affinity for Matt Patricia. Maybe he'd want him as a head coach, for all we know. I don't know that makes a lot of sense given what happened in Detroit.
I don't know about the head coach part, but
I wouldn't think he would want to do that if I were him. Yeah, sure.
Why not?
You know, two names that I've seen just from basic Buckeye fans that just love familiarity.
Who's that?
JT Barrett or Kevin Wilson. Okay. And to that, I say,
Joe Thomas Barrett the fourth?
Yeah, I mean, the guy that flakes our show. He'd be forced to join our show during training camp.
We're biased because we got stuffed by him on an interview, and so yeah, I'm still holding that over his head. But no, in general, like taking that away, I just wouldn't want to hire someone who hasn't been an offensive coordinator. Like that's not
Kevin Wilson has been.
Yeah, that's different. I'm saying with JT Barrett, let him coordinate some, and then
you don't call him It's Joe Thomas.
You call him whatever. I'm just calling him JT Barrett because that's what most people commonly know him at. All right,
no, they know him by his government name.
If I say Joe Thomas, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, Browns."
That's why you got to you got to say the whole thing.
Okay. Joe Thomas Barrett the fourth. Fine, that's fine. Either way, I'm telling you, I don't. As much as I love him being a former Buckeye and that's all cool, I don't want to fall down the trap of the Michigan man thing where it's like, oh, he's a former Buckeye. Right. Oh, he has an attachment. No, I don't care. In fact, hire a guy who's literally from Michigan if that's what it takes, if that's the best guy available. Hire literal Satan for all I care. Just get someone who can coordinate an offense. That's what I want.
The more logical name I've been seeing, and this might not excite a lot of people, is Jordan Davis, not the country music singer or the player for the Eagles, but the former offensive coordinator of North Texas, who led the country in passing this year.
Oh, yeah, with the
to Oklahoma State.
That's not the problem with Ohio State. Yeah. We need somebody that can fix the run game. The passing is fine.
You need to, but then I would hope that if you hire a coordinator, perhaps then that coordinator could say, hey, by the way, I got an idea for fixing the run game. I'd like to get someone in here who could do something with the offensive line. Or we can run it back with 4 tight ends again. Whatever, whichever way you guys want to go. I'm just saying I think it'd be better to go out and get someone with some definite play calling experience.
Who's the guy that you don't want them to get to promote from within?
Keenan Bailey.
Keenan Bailey, Tyler Bowen, anyone who's there right now, pretty much. No, don't promote from within. Hire someone from outside to come in, look under the hood of this thing and say, here's what I like, here's what I don't. Let's change it up.
If Keenan Bailey got the job, is Ryan Day 100% calling the plays?
I don't know if he is or not, but I know this. You're going to see a lot of tight ends on the field. You're going to see a lot of boring offense next year, and I don't think your quarterback's going to develop well
with the wide
either.
receiver coach in, they still had a lot of tight ends in.
Yeah, I think that whole offensive staff has brain rot over like tight end advantage that they think works, but it doesn't. It works against Rutgers and it works against some other teams. Doesn't work when you play the big boys. Where are the Bengals and Browns going to be drafting this year? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, many of us returning back to work and to school on this Monday, and we are noticing some crashes out there. Starting off in our east side, noticing a crash 270 southbound at 62 eastbound over by Gahanna and right by the airport. A left lane currently blocked out there, and seeing some major delays too from that site all the way towards and really passing Hamilton Road this morning. So pack the patience out there. We also have a pretty big crash downtown, 315 northbound at that 71 northbound ramp. As you're heading towards 70 westbound, expect some lane closures out there, already down to 7 miles per hour, unfortunately, folks, for your Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, talking to you. Get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And ladies, take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive pricing from other places. Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication and real results. Walk in or book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com.
Have a good day. Stay warm. So my teenage son just went to school in shorts and a hoodie. It's 3 degrees. At least I know he'll be warm in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Ah, you do want the coat.
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hey folks, it's Jeremy Birmingham, Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I figured I owed you guys another check-in now that I'm 2 weeks into Awaken 180, and I'm happy to let you know I'm down 14 pounds. What surprised me really isn't that number, it's really how normal this feels. I'm not miserable, I'm not obsessing over food, and I'm not guessing. I'm just following the plan and watching it work, and that's why this matters. Because if you're like me, you've tried things before where week 1 feels exciting and week 2 feels exhausting. This is definitely not that. Awaken 180 gives me structure. It tells me exactly what I need to do and is with me to ensure that I'm doing it right. Ultimately, that's the difference. For someone like me who spent a lot of time on the road, in the car, and eating at weird hours, all that stuff matters. If weight loss is your goal this year, don't pick something you hope you can stick with. Pick something that's already sticking. 2 weeks, 14 pounds, and I'm just getting started. Find your own results and free support for life at awaken180weightloss.com.
Toyotathon is on at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. With inventory on the lot and fresh inventory rolling in daily, now is the time to treat yourself before the holidays. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for Toyotathon specials or visit our festive showroom on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
They didn't have skim milk for your coffee, so I just got formaldehyde.
Ugh, isn't that stuff in floor cleaner?
Pizza's here.
Would you like cheese on that? Or how about a Crolian?
Oh, no, that's a bug spray.
Hi there. Would you like to sample our new scent? Diethylene glycol.
Isn't that the stuff in antifreeze?
You wouldn't want to eat it, drink it, or even smell it, but that's exactly what's in your vapes. If you vape, quit. If you don't vape, don't start. For help, go to odh.ohio.gov/novapes. A message from the Ohio Department of Health.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. Mostly cloudy skies with wake-up temperatures on the chilly side in the mid-20s. But then this afternoon, skies turn mostly sunny with daytime highs in the upper 40s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight and a little bit warmer with temperatures right around freezing. Chances of rain back into the forecast on Tuesday. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The only thing better than watching football is talking about it. So we invented Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Welcome back to your work week. If this is your first day back, good luck today. Just get through it. You know what I mean?
What do you
take the extra long lunch? Do what you got to
about?
do. Some people, this is their first day back.
You remember when you was in school? Weren't you excited to go back because you want to show off all the stuff that you got for Christmas and all that stuff?
No.
You what?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Well, one, I went to a school where we had uniforms, so it didn't matter what you got.
I did too, but I had them new Jordans on. You best believe. Like, we had to wear a uniform, but we could wear any shoe we want. So you best believe I'm going to kill them when I win the morning. Oh, I had the outfit on the bed with the shoes on the ground. Oh, I'm going to kill them in the morning.
Well, fine. I guess if you're going to your office job and you've got your new Jordans on, you'll have a great time.
Put them on the desk. Put your feet on the desk.
Let's go. Let them know. All right, so we'll get to the draft order in a second. I did see this story, and I haven't brought it to your attention yet, but I feel like we have to talk about it. Are you aware of what they're doing in Worthington right now?
No.
So they got a deer problem. Too many deer in Worthington. I guess they're becoming a nuisance. So Worthington has announced a policy. They are working with federal wildlife professionals, is what they say, to conduct targeted removals of deer starting in the new year. So this has already started last week. Under the program, Worthington will work with trained sharpshooters to eliminate deer around Worthington because there's so many of them.
They're putting a hit on deer in Worthington?
Well, I don't mind that because, look, I love a cute, cuddly deer as much as the next person in theory, but when one runs into the front of your car or like eats up all the vegetation in your yard that you paid maybe thousands of dollars to get your landscaping done and they just ruin it, I can understand being frustrated by that. I don't know that I personally would want sharpshooters driving through the neighborhood just popping off deer left and right. I mean, it's Worthington. I've been to Worthington. I'm very familiar with Worthington. There are wooded areas of Worthington. However, also, there are a lot of houses. They say they're trained. They're going to do this safely. I don't know. I did not have on my thought process this year that you would have sharpshooters driving around popping off deer in Worthington. But hey, if it helps control the deer population, that's probably a decent idea. Would you like that, Tyvis, if you just walked out of your backyard and you saw a guy in a tree stand, just be like, how you doing? I'm with the federal government. Boom! And just like lighten up deer?
But let me try that.
No, you're not a trained sharpshooter.
Let me see that.
I was going to say,
teach me that.
Are we going to have sharpshooters like Denzel's character Alonzo in Training Day or more like Mark Wahlberg's character in Shooter? Like,
dude, that movie Shooter.
That's what I'm
Timmy Hall and I love that movie.
Let me
have you watched Shooter?
No, teach me that.
Go watch Shooter. Shooter's great.
Isn't he a sniper?
Yeah. But it's all about like getting set up by the government. He's on the lam. He's got to prove his innocence. He has a great scene at the end with Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Oh, yeah. He's like, listen, I'm not going to get fired. I'll never get caught. And then he like, boom, and he takes the guns. Great. It's a great movie. Anyway, Mark Wahlberg and Sharpshooter out there in Worthington. Watch out for it. I guess they're shooting deer out there.
Are you seeing that they're talking about Atlanta is hiring a new president of football, which a lot of people expected to be Matt Ryan?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had heard rumblings of that like last week, right? That Matt Ryan was going to be involved in the
It's
new
like the new
there.
thing. Yeah, Troy Aikman going to, what is he, the Dolphins?
I thought he was just advising.
He's advising, yeah, but he's not going to, to your point, the Matt Ryan stuff was definitely that he was going to be involved, but if they're saying he's going to be the head of football ops, that's a different thing entirely.
I guess, yeah.
Because they got rid of Raheem Morris, who, by the way, it was yesterday. I mean, again, I understand this stuff is fluid, but Adam Schefter was trying to get all the information out yesterday. I watched a whole segment where he was talking about this guy's safe, that guy's not. He did say that Raheem Morris he thought was likely safe. Well, last night he became the first guy fired since the other two jobs came open, but he's the first guy fired in the, end of the season firings that we all anticipate.
And then the last thing. The going rate for a quarterback in college is $5 million.
That's what Brendan Sorsby
Cincinnati quarterback.
$5 million?
Supposedly, that's what Texas Tech is paying him, right?
Yes.
Dude. You can say, we can all talk about how it's bad. We can say, oh, this is not culture. Texas Tech got to the college football playoffs in year one of this big experiment where they just dropped a bag on a bunch of dudes. Give them a couple more years of doing it and getting the feel right. I bet you they're back. I bet you they keep doing it.
Is this one of those things where they do it, win the championship, and say, all right, we did it, we going to fall back?
They've got oil money. They've got all the money you could want there. So I don't know, but I doubt they will stop doing it after
Texas
this
Tech
year.
got some very nice facilities, too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Lined with tortillas, I'm told. The tortillas they can't throw on the field anymore. I love tortillas.
The word on the street is that Brandon Sorsby, he suckered Texas Tech because he was going to go there the whole time because about a month ago, his girlfriend committed to Texas Tech on a volleyball scholarship, and they're the worst volleyball team in the Big 12. Why would she go there?
Oh, stop. You know how this works, Dylan.
He should have went.
No. Hang on.
That's what he should have
We're not going to be this naive. Here's what happened. You got to think like a lunatic fringe right here, my friend. What happened was the boosters were like, we can't contact Brandon Sorsby. That's illegal. So what we're going to do is contact his girlfriend. And we're going to tell her, you want a bag? Come here and play volleyball. No strings attached. Just come play volleyball here and you'll get paid. And then she goes, oh my gosh, did you see the facilities? And their football team's really good, Brendan. Do you know about that? And he's like, I actually do know about that. I follow college football. I play the sport. And she's like, you know what? You might want to. And he's like, I'm right behind you, babe. I got it. I'm not going to talk to anybody yet, though, because that's illegal. But what I am going to do is make my plans. And then when they call, he's like, I'm already there. They were smart. They did it the right way.
Ain't Texas Tech the one who...
Chaz Coleman's girlfriend, what's she doing? Get her to Ohio State. Now.
Texas Tech is the place that got the $1 million softball player, right? Pitcher?
I believe you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they got money.
Yes, they do. They got a guy who made a bunch of oil money who played football for them running their NIL.
Their whole defensive line was new this year, and it was the best part of their team.
That's right. They were
they got
beastly.
That Bailey dude.
Oh, yeah. He came from Stanford, I want to say.
He came from Stanford?
I'm pretty sure. They
was doing him a disservice in Stanford.
The Browns are drafting 6th. They finished the season 5-12. So, cool. I dropped them one spot, right? Because the Giants were 5th at 4-13.
Well, if the Browns lost every game and everything happened the same way it happened, the Browns would have the number 1 pick.
What does that mean? If they lost every game?
If they lost these last 2 games and everything happened the way it happened, they say the Browns would have ended up with the number 1
You're
pick.
saying, I thought you said if they lost every game, yes, they'd be 0-17. And they
these last 2 games. I see what you're saying. Kevin Stefanski's really proud that they fought. And they battled and they won to get the 6th pick instead of the 1st pick.
Usually when this happens, the coach definitely is getting fired.
Yeah.
We've seen it with... who did Texas? Lovie Smith did it. Mm-hmm. Jared, what is it?
Gerard Mayo, the Patriots.
That's how you do it. Yeah, so if you win, you really get.
Yes, but any of those guys have Coach of the Year 2 different times?
Only difference between, there's another difference too, but
Oh,
it's a,
Go ahead and say it.
That's
fine.
Little skin change, little skin tone difference.
More melanin in their skin.
Just acknowledging patterns. What's wrong with that? By the way, the Bengals, they are drafting 9th. So the Bengals were like, remember how we spent half the season being like, well, if they could just win, if they go 500 until Burrow gets back, then maybe they could be in the, we spent half the year trying to find playoff scenarios for them. They're drafting 3 positions behind the Browns, who were like abjectly terrible. After September, we all knew they should be tanking for the number 1 pick. So I don't know who should be more depressed about that, but I feel like both of these teams should be very depressed about that whole situation.
I thought the Bengals were picking 10th, by the way.
They are.
This says 9th.
I thought they said 10th. Yes.
I've been saying 10th all morning on my update.
Well,
so
I'm looking at ESPN.com draft order.
Let me look.
Today, well, it said 8:15 last night, so maybe this is not updated. That could be the case. If it's 10th, then I'm wrong.
Tankathon got them as 10th.
Okay, then this ESPN article I'm looking at is wrong. So you're right, they're 10th. Then are the Chiefs 9th? Does that mean the Chiefs are picking ahead of the Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good for them. I have nothing else to add to that, so good. Glad to know. They're 4 spots behind the Browns now. Joshua Perry, we're going to talk to him in 2 minutes about transfer portal, needs for the Buckeyes, offseason stuff, all that coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, crews are still hard at work after a water main break in Worthington. High Street is still closed in both directions at Larimer Avenue. Also pretty restricted over there. It will be closed for some time, folks, because of this break, though. So as for detours, if you're heading southbound over towards and passing Worthington on 23, definitely take 315 to get to where you want to go this morning. If you're heading northbound, take Huntley Road instead to 270. That gets you back going westbound and back going eventually 23 northbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loan to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
The 2 most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants.
The pervert and the skivvies.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the Breakdown with Joshua Perry.
All during football season, we've been checking with our guy, Joshua Perry, former Buckeye NBC sports analyst. And he joins us now this morning. Joshua, thanks for taking the time. We appreciate it. Haven't gotten your thoughts since, the national champ or the playoff game loss to Miami. I know you were in here talking with Bo. Where are you at now that you've had a few days to process the loss to Miami? What do you feel like this season was? Success, failure, somewhere in between? Is Joshua there?
I think we're having trouble with the audio again.
All right. Well, we'll effort Joshua Perry there in a moment. We'll talk with him. I'll tell you what, all weekend long, I was still thinking about that game. I was still trying to put it in proper context. I still feel frustrated, immensely frustrated, that this football team did not get the job done against Miami. And I cannot hear from Buckeye fans who say, hey, man, we got to the playoffs. What else do you want? No. There's 12 teams in the playoffs. Let's not become that program. Can we please? Like, we expect to be in the playoffs every year under this current system.
There is a question for you in the chat. He said, would T-Bone's head explode if Stefanski got fired and he became the OC for the Buckeyes?
Wow. I tell you what, that would be. Well, to be fair, now I'm doing you, Tyvis. Now I'm doing it to be fair. But you know what? At least if he came to work for I don't think that will happen in a million years. But if Kevin Stefanski came to coordinate for the Buckeyes, he wouldn't have 4 quarterbacks to sort through. He'd have one. He'd have one guy he has to process as the starter, and then a clear backup who's eventually going to be the starter in Tavian St. Clair.
Are you saying that you would not?
I think that might be a little. I'd be excited enough. Yeah, because he's not the head coach. He just gets to focus on running an offense. He's not going to. There's rumors that if the Packers move on from Matt LaFleur, that one of their top candidates would be Kevin Stefanski.
He's a top candidate for anybody. He's a time coach of the year.
Okay. Yeah. Joshua Perry joins us now. I think we got the audio issues fixed. So, time to process that loss. Where do you stand? The season is successful, not successful, or somewhere in between?
Well, I mean, you can't call it a failure, right? 12-0 is a very difficult thing to do. And I think they deserve a lot of credit. And specifically, the more I think back on how many guys are replaced on defense, right? You're breaking in a new quarterback. Getting to that point, I do think is a big deal and should be respected. Now, the other part is, we know that a lot of people, myself, many fans, are in it for hardware when you come to Ohio State. Obviously, got to beat your rival, which they did. But you want conference championships, which Ohio State hasn't won in a while. You want that national title, which we all felt what that felt like a year ago. So I would say it was generally a success. Certainly wasn't the top end of what you would expect for Ohio State. And I know this is going to be an off season of cleansing in a lot of ways. It's going to be an off season of honesty for those guys in that building, which they definitely need. But the further I've gotten away from that ball game, the more I just think about how difficult it is to win in the regular season. We see teams every week. It seems like they lose games they're not supposed to and don't even have an opportunity to compete by the end of the year. So I think a lot of credit should be given for the idea that they were able to go 12-0.
Joshua, are you surprised at how active the portal is, or was you shocked by anybody that from Ohio State that has hit the portal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really not shocked, right? And this is college football the whole way around right now. It seems everybody is getting into the portal. And part of this, I think, is because of the tampering aspect. These players know what the quote-unquote market's supposed to look like. And if teams are willing to overpay to bring in transfers because they have a dire need, and the school that they're already at is trying to pay them what is a fair deal, but to a certain point, that player's expendable. They're going to be in the portal. Some of the guys that you're looking at, maybe a lot of upside for the future, but haven't played a ton. There are schools right now that are we'll pay you a bunch of money, that the school that they're leaving is no, I'm not going to do it. That's probably the case with some of these guys from Ohio State. The 2 defensive backs are really the ones that have surprised me the most out of all of this, because I thought there was a ton of upside for either one of them. Those were recruiting battles where I know that Ohio State really wanted to win them. So who knows what happens? It's the name of the game of college football right now. But just looking around at the number of guys in Division I that are in there, and the number of roster spots that are going to be available, there'll be a lot of dudes that go into the portal and get lost, and we'll never see them again. It'll be RIP to them in their career because they decided to go portaling and won't come out.
Joshua Perry joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline. Speaking of the portal, last year, if you want to break it down, they had 11 portal additions, I want to say the Buckeyes did. In my head, I count 2 that actually came in and started. That'd be Max Clare and Phillip Daniels. Overall, the hit rate has to be better on that this offseason, correct? Especially if you have so many more players jumping in the portal this time around as opposed to last time around, right? Am I crazy? Am I lunatic fringy for thinking they've got to hit more in the portal this year?
No, it was kind of one of the early thoughts that I had once the season really ended, where it's not a big portal class. You see what some of these other schools are doing with their classes. They're bringing in 20, 25, 30-plus guys. It seemed like Indiana was getting everybody out of the portal yesterday, right? But, that's been their philosophy and how they build. It's portal. And I think Ohio State is a team that clearly, when they see a need or a guy who's just that good, they feel like they want to go and get him, right? The Caleb Downs thing where it's like, this is our guy, we want to get him. Julian Sand was a very similar type of thing where it's like we were in on the recruitment and this is somebody who we feel like is one of us, so we're going to go get him. And then outside of that, it's for need. But I think there's more need right now, as you mentioned, because of the guys that are leaving, but also because of some of the high school recruiting misses. This is a program who has wanted to build through high school, and maybe when guys aren't ready or maybe when you miss on a guy or two, you got to go out and find somebody in the portal. So I think Ohio State has to hit on whoever they get, and whether that's big fish, whether that's identifying a guy who's maybe a little bit more under the radar and getting them. I think they have to be impact guys. And let's be completely honest too. If you're looking at big fish and you want to go big game hunting, you need to pay the way that some of these other schools are. And I know Ohio State never wants to feel like they're getting into the desperation competition game that some of these other schools are doing, right? Like, there are schools that will overpay for anybody. You saw what Tech was doing. Texas Tech, they could be the highest bidder. They wanted to be the highest bidder. They didn't give a damn. Like, they're a program who wanted to win so badly. And I think Ohio State's kind of in this mold of we're the block going, we have history, we have tradition, which I respect. But for some of these guys, you got to throw that out the door if you feel like they can come in right away and help you win a title next year.
Well, speaking of Texas Tech, they just gave Brandon Sorsby $5 million to play quarterback. You're not a fan?
Right. So if it's, I remember, this is the funny part about it.
He was in Indiana. He was at Indiana. I remember because I was covering them.
Same thing. And I watched like Sam Levitt early in his career as a kid in the Big Ten who was not good either. Right. And so like, did they go to the Big 12? And then I get they develop, right? Players develop. Did they go to the Big 12 and just become better because they were playing against Big 12 teams? Because I saw what Tech looked like when they played Oregon, right? And their quarterback, they were one of the most explosive offenses, I was told. Their quarterback looked like he forgot how to play football, right? So part of my deal is, are you paying $5 million for a guy who certainly can help your program out, but like, is he $5 million good? And I think it's an overpay, but that's the example that I'm giving. And especially for some positions, quarterback is going to be like that this year. There's some good guys out there. There's going to be some guys that get way overpaid. Offensive line, which is something I think Ohio State needs to portal hard on, those guys are going to get overpaid as well because there's just not a lot of really good ones that can step in and play right away. That's a developmental position anyway, just like quarterback is. So somebody who you might only want to pay $500,000, maybe $750,000, you might have to pay 1.2 because that's the nature of the beast at that position, which is crazy to think about. $5 million for Brendan Sorsby, though, is insane money. I would never do it. And since Tech did it, to me, I would like for it to bite them in the butt.
I love that.
I don't want to reward people's bad behavior. We have to have consequences.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're a little bit of a hater.
No,
John.
But if that works, though, he's right. Like that'll become the way it goes. It's like everyone will say we got to go pay $10 million for a quarterback.
On these kids for getting money in their pockets.
I'm not hating on the kids. I'm breaking down the player. This is my player evaluation, and then I'm hating on the overpay. I'm glad he's getting overpaid. If it was me, I wish, honestly, I wish the fan would overpay me.
Sure.
I wish NBC would overpay me. Right? This is the overpay for him is not the problem. I'm happy for him. He's not worth the money, and I need schools to feel the repercussions of doing this because it is insanity.
I thought Nico Iamaleava started all of it or stopped people from doing overpay.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem, man. These people have the memory of a goldfish where we saw exactly how this could play out. And nobody cares.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Joshua, we always appreciate it. We'll do it again next week, all right? Actually, let's next week have you in for a full hour. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. Next week, next Monday, we'll have an hour with Joshua Perry. There's so much to talk about with this stuff. We could probably do 3 hours. But, there's Joshua Perry on the Fan Guest Hotline. As always, we appreciate his time. We'll hit the buzzer when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Monday. Still noticing some major delays after a crash over by the airport on the east side. 270 northbound, just beyond 62 eastbound, where a left lane is closed. 17 miles per hour, though, 270 northbound, and that's passing Hamilton Road this morning. A similar situation, 71 in that northbound direction. Really, that northbound ramp to 70 westbound got a crash out there, so expect some lane closures as well as single-digit drive times, 8 miles per hour out there. So basically, from that intersection all the way down to 71 and Frank Road this morning, folks. Take it nice and easy on the roads for your Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Tri-State Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
During our BOGO sale, select fresh Tyson chicken, Giant General Mills cereal, Entenmann's, and more are buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get ready for the college football playoff with a $9.99 haircut coupon from Great Clips. Kick off your game day look with convenient online check-in and the Great Clips app. The skilled stylists at Great Clips salons will save your haircut details in clip notes. And with a $9.99 haircut coupon, you'll score elite savings too. Visit greatclips.com/football to get a $9.99 haircut coupon. But hurry, offer ends soon. Great Clips, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Valid only at participating U.S. salons. Terms apply.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. and that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. People getting after Joshua Perry, Tyvis?
No.
Okay.
No, everybody agrees with what he said, all his points.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I don't remember nothing he said. That's why I'm like, what did he say?
What do you mean? He's paying attention to your own show, obviously.
It's Josh. You gotta take what Josh said with a grain of salt.
No, I think made some good points. We always enjoy having Joshua on. He was talking about the transfer portal. Transfer portal is big news these days. Baker is joining us now. From Bishop and Friends, Ryan. I know you love high school recruiting, but seeing like 5 of the 7 guys from the 2024 recruiting class, the top 7 guys, 5 of those guys are gone. Aaron Nolan's one of them, but then the other 4 transferred out in the last few weeks. Like, I struggle to get as interested now in high school recruiting just because that's like step 1 of 10 before you're going to see this guy on the field. But maybe I'm in the minority on that. I'm stuff like what I just saw with the transfer portal makes me care less about high school football recruiting.
I get what you're saying, and I don't think any of it matters until they not only sign on the line that's dotted, but they actually play on the field for your team. I will say this with all of this, and I don't know, we've been saying it for a while, but eventually there's got to be a course correction on this because I don't think this is sustainable. The way it is, and I prefer the way Ohio State has handled the transfer portal and has done things where you draft, you develop, or you recruit, you develop, you keep your guys for the most part, and then you fill holes. And if there's an uber talented guy that wants to join you and isn't just out for the money and going to the highest bidder, then do that like they did with Caleb Downs and Julian Sayin before last season. And I just think that's the way. And I do think somewhere along the line, somebody is going to come in here and put rules on this and say, you mentioned Aaron Nolan. He hasn't played a down of football yet and has transferred twice already.
Right.
Eventually somebody's going to come in here and say, all right, you're going to get one transfer or this or that unless your coach leaves or whatnot. There's going to be a course correction, all this, and I would rather be Ohio State right now than Texas Tech, quite frankly.
Oh,
well,
trust me.
They got money to blow, so it ain't really bothering them.
No, they don't seem to care. And by the way, I mean, Indiana has as much money as anybody, and they are fully embracing this model. And if the rules come in, maybe that'll change things. But Kurt Cignetti's already got Josh Hoover lined up for next year, TCU quarterback, who's a veteran, similar to a Fernando Mendoza in the sense that he's played a lot of college football. They've identified that talent. They got Nick Marsh from Michigan State, who's a pretty decent wide receiver, it seems like.
So I don't know if Mr. Hoover's good at football, but I've never heard of him.
Oh, no.
I had heard of Fernando Mendoza. I have no clue who Mr. Hoover is.
He's been playing for TCU for a few years.
And what Joshua Perry was saying, I think that everybody was saying he was right, is Brennan Sorsby ain't worth $5 million.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
To be fair, I did like him at Indiana. And when he left Indiana, I was like, why is he leaving Indiana? I didn't understand that. But a lot of people had him pegged as a first-round pick. So
$5 million. There's a lot of players you could get for $5 million.
That's where I think this all goes next. Is you're right, the amount of money. It's funny though. Didn't we just have this house settlement this summer where it was like, oh, this is going to cut it down. $20 million is all you can spend on the roster, and everyone's just looked at that and said, yeah, right. And they're just because there's no way you're spending $5 million on a quarterback if you're only going to spend $20 million.
Well, in that settlement, the $20 million was what the school could pay.
Exactly.
It's not what the NIL is.
Right.
And outside of that, and these foundations and all of that stuff, collectives. So
that's what I'm saying is like people thought that would set some guardrails. It's done little to nothing of that. Also, whatever happened to that? What's the thing that college sports, or the clearinghouse thing where they have to like clear all the deals if they're over $6,000 for NIL?
Over $600.
$600.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Like, how many deals are they processing in the last 48 hours?
They're busy. They got some temps in. The people that were all at the warehouses and Amazon and stuff over Christmas, they just took all those people and put them in the College Sports Commission. And
what I don't understand.
It almost seems like there's never going to be any guardrails on this until like something massive changes with the sport. They have to do something bigger than just have a new commissioner or have a new thing. There's got to be something bigger.
Nick Saban's supposed to be that guy.
Sure.
The thing that I scratch my head on is how is it that Brendan Sorsby is getting $5 million, but Nico couldn't get nothing? Isn't Nico
Iamaleava?
Wasn't he like a better prospect and all those things?
Well, I think
and he had like better seasons.
I think
at Tennessee.
Nico showed you this year what he is, right? Like he wasn't worth it.
I think with NIL we're getting
So wouldn't that make you say, yeah, I wouldn't pay Brendan?
My favorite thing about Sorsby is he's like, man, I went to Texas Tech. Their facilities, their coaches. No, their bank account was nice.
Yeah,
just be honest.
First of all,
just be honest. It was their bank
Their
account.
facility is pretty nice.
They have a lazy river.
Yeah, they do.
My theory.
I don't even know what that. Great. I'd love one of those at this office. But what would that have to do with productivity or anything else?
Nothing like slipping on a lemonade floating down a lazy river.
We can't have that here. We have winter and all of those things.
Yeah. My theory with NIL going up is kind of like the equivalent if the NFL salary cap just went up every year.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now.
And all the contracts were 1-year deals.
But it's not. It's that teams are getting desperate. That's what it is.
No, but it's like you're seeing more money spent in NIL, so that's why more money's going to individual players. It's not that Brandon Sorsby is better than Nico. It's just that it's constantly going up until, like Baker said, someone regulates it and stops it. It's just going to keep going up every year. The number one quarterback next year is going to get $7 or $8 million if we don't stop.
You never know. Yeah, it's a very odd time in college football, and it's only going to get weirder until we get some guardrails. But I assume you guys are going to talk a lot about that. Also, I'm guessing some NFL talk today?
Yeah, a little bit. Interesting to see what's going to happen with Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland. Does Joe Burrow say enough is enough? It doesn't sound like it with Zach Taylor. So 2 years on his contract, he's sticking around. And Black Monday in the NFL, you never know what's going to break during your show.
No. We'll keep it all locked here to the Fan all day long. Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on the Fan. Thanks, Bake. We appreciate it.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
All right. The top Google searches in Columbus in 2025. Are you interested in this? Here is what we found. This is actually from NBC4, so let them live putting this together. Number one song searched in 2025 among Columbus residents, Wood by Taylor Swift. The lyrics to that one are quite interesting. Number one ticket that was searched this year, Cotton Bowl was number 2. You want to guess what number 1 was, Tyvis?
Sugar.
No. Make America Slime Again tour, NBA Youngboy.
Was the number one tour?
In Columbus was the number one ticket searched in this city. NBA, remember? They were looking. People were looking for
won that
number 1.
I tried listening. Y'all laughed at me.
I doubted you.
I'm trying to tell y'all. People came down from Cleveland for that. Deshaun Watson, I think him and a bunch of Browns players got a driver to take them down here. And they had like a thing and everything. Yeah.
And the number 1 search. What does this slang mean? 6'7", of course.
Oh, my
because everybody had to figure that out. Chopped was number 2. Based was number 3. Glaze made the top 4. Let them live. Google that one on your own time. Bishop and Friends is next. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis.